Welcome everybody to our first episode of Gaming N Waffles.
OMG!
With
That's so
our,
exciting.
I am your host Anthony Streams. I am here with my co-host tonight or today, excuse me, which is Keeper CGC. Keeper, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to eat. I'm starving. I starved myself today just so we can eat these waffles, and I'm actually
Oh,
pretty
right,
hungry.
because it's like noon where you are.
Yes.
I I like rolled out of bed an hour and a half ago. Not gonna lie.
Nice. Well, hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us today. And I figured we'd start by showing our waffles. Can I do this? The last time we did something like this was for a drinking stream that I had. And I spilled whiskey on a very nice keyboard. And now I have a $2 Walmart keyboard. So,
Okay, be careful with the syrup.
yes. Here we go. I got chocolate chip today.
That's mine. See, I got so fancy. I got my little ramekin of syrup,
Oh my
and
god.
right.
Is this
Really
Denny's
fancy.
or a podcast? What are we doing here?
I went all out. Okay, like please appreciate.
She did. Yes, you are more prepared for the show than I am.
Although I would like to point out, I know we talked about this beforehand, but we're both wearing the same color, and we did not plan that.
No, it was not. This is the second time that has happened here on Anthony Stream's Twitch channel. Me
Good
and
vibes.
another, we did a co-stream with Twitch streamer Chibi, and we both had on Guns N' Roses t-shirts, and we had no
That
clue how that happened.
that is so specific. Like
Yes.
this is only a color.
But to be fair, I'm sure we both got ours from like a Hot Topic in the mall or something. It's a very popular shirt, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, so we have a lot going on today. We are going to be talking about games. We are going to be eating waffles. We are going to give Keeper a quiz because we have our new segment here, which is going to be Who Wants to Be a Real Gamer? We're going to find out if Keeper's a real gamer, quote unquote.
I can tell you already, I am not.
Well, I came up with this idea kind of as a mockery to those who were like, "You're not a real gamer because you don't
Oh.
play this or that." So I thought
Oh.
this would be kind of fun because you're probably going to fail this test miserably because I would if it was given to me.
Fair.
Also, in the chat, if you can, let me know about our microphone levels. I think everything's okay, but if they sound bad to y'all, please let me know and we can adjust volumes. But okay, I figure we get right into this by starting off by what we've been playing.
Okay. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Let's go with you. You're the guest. What have you been up to?
Okay, like currently playing.
Excuse me. Hold on. We just went through this yesterday, and I explained to her about how bad my memory is. We are not doing that segment. That has been X'd out. We are doing one more thing, is what we're doing. Where you can tell me about a book, a movie, a show, a game. We're doing that. All right. I'm sorry, guys. My notes are everywhere. Yeah, let's get into one more thing. What have you been up to? What is something you want to tell us about?
Apparently I'm a little bit loud, first of all. Honestly, like all I do with my life is I work and I stream, and if I'm not sleeping, I'm editing. So, and I'm sure you can relate to this because that's all I know. That's all you do too. I don't think I've read a book for a long time. Oh, you know what? Here we go. I watched the Selena Gomez documentary the other night, but I was like ADHD kid that day, so I didn't take much of it in.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm actually Selena Gomez. Is it Gomez? I feel like I've always said her name. Okay, Gomez. For the longest as a child, I always called her Gomes, and I always got corrected. But it was one of those things where now in my mind I battle. Wait, which one was I saying wrong?
I like Gomes, like her street name.
Yes. Here on the Gaming and Waffles, her name will be Selena Gomes.
I like it.
Yeah, she has quite a few songs that I really enjoy. I forget the name of her album. It's the only one that I really listened to one down quite a bit, but it was really, really good. I think it came out like maybe 2012 or 13, somewhere.
Was that like the Selena Gomez and the Scene era where she like had a backing band?
I think so.
Yeah. I get it.
Okay, nice. So you've been watching the Selena Gomez documentary. Where have you been watching this at?
Apple TV. I bought a new iPhone recently and I got a free subscription to Apple TV for a couple months and I'm like taking advantage.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, okay. Well, do you have anything else you want to add to Selena Gomez, or is it good? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Again, ADHD brain, but overall pretty good. Oh, you know what's a bad thing that I said I would never do that I got into?
What is that?
TikTok.
Oh yes, I love the TikToks.
It's bad.
Are you not enjoying the actual like experience of TikTok?
No, it's great. That's the problem.
Oh,
it
go ahead.
it reminds me of like my Tumblr era where I was on Tumblr and it was such a time suck and I had to just stop going on Tumblr because I would waste my life. But now it's just TikTok and it's on my phone, so it's far more convenient.
Yes, the funny thing is that I had I when I first got onto TikTok, I really really enjoyed it. But everybody was telling me how terrible it is and it's this and it's that. I'm just like, well, I mean, you can kind of control your algorithms somewhat. And I mean, I just see a bunch of funny stuff that makes me laugh. I haven't seen anything very depressing, or I will say, and this is not a political podcast, but the TikTok algorithms here are wild. I guess because I'm from Texas, they assume I want to see like the rebel flags and the Trump stuff. So for a while, I was just getting like the big jacked up trucks with the country guys and their pro-Trump flags. I'm like, all right, we gotta get this out of my algorithms.
Like all the cozy things.
Yes, give me cat videos, please.
Yes. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of like cozy video game recommendations and I'm like the algorithm knows me.
Yes, yes. Once you get the algorithms right, TikTok's a fun place, but it can be dangerous as far as spending hours on there.
Oh, absolutely. Who sleeps anymore? It's not me.
Yeah, that's not a thing. I will talk about for mine. I will talk about the show, the Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I have started it. It's on Netflix. I'm not really into the game Cyberpunk. I haven't played it with the mess that they had going on with the glitches and bugs and just unplayable. I always said I'm not going to spend that much, what is it, $60, $70 on that video game and until those things get fixed, because I just don't want to spend that kind of money for something that's not an enjoyable experience. So the show came on Netflix. I'm just like, I have no interest in Cyberpunk. I finally sat down and watched it. I got through episode 1 and I just wasn't really all that impressed. And I got to work and somebody was telling me, no, just give it more of a chance. Just give it an episode or two more. And now I'm really into it. It's actually really, really good. And it's got me really wanting to play Cyberpunk now. And I just seen that the bugs and stuff have been fixed for the most part. It's a very playable game now from what I hear. And that show's actually got me really, really excited to check out Cyberpunk. But I don't want to give too much.
Do you think that was their plan?
Probably.
Like, fix the bugs, release this show, now everybody's going to buy it.
Yes. Yes, I think so. I am with you on that. I never trust these video game companies.
And yet we give them all our money.
Yes, all the time. I'm currently paying almost $20 a month for PlayStation Plus, and it's so ridiculous, but what are you going to do?
I mean, you could not.
Well, yeah. Well, enough of that.
Financial decisions with Anthony.
Yes. Yes. Real quick in this shout out, hello to Azurite, hello to Mickey, hello to Panda. I hope y'all's Sundays is going amazing. And speaking of amazings, we are going to get onto our main topic today. We're going to get straight to the what's the most important part of the waffle? The syrup? We're going to get to the syrup of the waffle? That's not the most.
I feel like the waffle's the most important part of the waffle.
But do you want a waffle without the syrup?
I mean, sometimes like a waffle with just like butter on it, it works. Or like if you do whipping cream and berries.
Yeah. I have both, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't just fancy up my waffles by doing that.
Fair.
But, okay, well, you know what? You're right. The main topic will be the waffle part of this. And our quiz and the one more thing were the syrup. There we go.
There we go. Syrup and the butter, or like syrup and whipping cream.
Yes. We're jumping right to it, guys. We're going to get to our top 5 favorite video games this year. I have put on Twitter, Instagram, and the Discord for people to put their favorite game or games that they played this year. The game did not have to come out this year, just something that you played this year. If you want to put in the chat something that was your favorite game that you played this year, feel free to put it in the chat. We'll read them out. I'm actually going to pick up my phone here, as unprofessional as that is, and and go through here.
Selfie.
And
go on TikTok.
No. I already did that. I prepared myself for that. Watch a few TikTok videos before we get started. No, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read some out here from some of the listeners. I know Panda had put that his was Minecraft.
Great game.
Anime Lover also agreed with Minecraft. I've actually never played Minecraft.
Did you ever like Lego growing up as a kid?
I was never that big into Legos. I had them, but I wasn't obsessed. I was so obsessed with wrestling toys. Legos were around, but it just wasn't like a big deal. Black Dragon, aka BD, here in the chat. He said it was hard for him to decide his favorite game, but he went with Fortnite for the game that he plays the most.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's jump over to the Twitter sphere. I wish there was an easier way to get to.
I fully support Caleb's decision here.
On the Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. But making you play with it.
I would be really into playing Minecraft. I would like to do that.
So I got really into it quite a while ago. I was able to get it on my iPad, which this was in my Tumblr era too, where I discovered Supernatural. So I'd watch Supernatural and play Minecraft. It was a glorious era. But I lost my house and I could never find it again. I was devastated. I've never picked it up since. I walked too far.
Nice. Well, I got the other answers, and I'm very interested in Minecraft conversation. But you just said something that we might have to stop the whole show and just make a whole nother podcast. I love the Supernatural. I've watched every season, every episode. I love Sam, Dean, Castiel. I'm obsessed with the entire thing.
Absolutely. So I lived in Vancouver, which is where they did the bulk of the filming.
Oh
so gosh. we could probably transition. Forget games. It's Supernatural and Waffles.
Change the logos. All this is done. It's a wrap. I don't care about your favorite games anymore.
But I have never got so many interactions on a Twitter post. I was on the bus going down the street and I look at the bus and they're filming and it's Misha Collins dressed as Castiel. And I'm like, just went past whatever. People are like, what color were his eyes? Oh my God. And then another thing, they went to this place called Angel Burger. And I was like, wait, that looks familiar. So then I started going to Angel Burger because it's an actual restaurant. Good food.
Oh my gosh, you're so lucky. Why is Canada so much better than us at everything? Okay, let's jump over to yes, please. I would like to keep the podcast a little longer.
Longer than 20 minutes.
Yes, please. All right. Shelly says her favorite game was Valorant, and she got to play a lot with her friends, and she met new friends because she played during the lockdown.
Oh, that's awesome.
Leela, shout out to Leela, said her favorite game is 7 Days to Die. I don't know what it is. I looked it up on Google to see the images. Something I definitely could not play. But
is it zombies?
I don't know. I just seen the cover. It was dark. It looked creepy. I said, "Whoa, yeah, I would probably never play that."
I thought you were super into those games now, though, after October.
I don't know that I'm super into them. I don't know if I'm super into them. Corey Missildine said Digimon Survive was his favorite subjectively amazing game, but Tunic is objectively one of the best games ever made and is truly a must-play video game. Keeper says
I played Tunic. I have not finished Tunic. It is such a hard game. It gives you no instructions. Well, sorry, you collect pages with instructions not written in English or any other language. And it's just stressful. I need to finish it because I'm that type of person. I need to finish something I start. But it's maybe 2024.
I watched him play a little bit of it on one of his streams, and puzzle games are already difficult for me, and that looked like, I was just like, okay, I'm lost. He was trying to figure out the puzzles. People in the chat were trying to help. I said, I have nothing. I don't know what this is. I'm clueless. I'm no help.
It's okay, yes, a good game, but it's like Dark Souls mixed with puzzles with no instructions. That was the biggest thing. Like if they had like led you a little bit more, I think it could have been better for me, but it's super adorable. I loved it. I distinctly remember I was like, this is the cutest game ever. I need it. And as I was starting it up, because I streamed it, I was like, oh my God, what if this game has just pulled me in with the cuteness and it's good to just destroy me?
Yes.
And it did.
Nice. Okay, well, I'll stay away from that because I don't do Dark Souls and I don't do puzzles, and that seems like the worst combination to hit
Yeah.
me with.
Yeah,
Um,
super cute, but
Five said his favorite game was Stray.
I have not played that yet. I know you played that, right?
Yes, and I did not enjoy it to the level that others did. Quickly, I will say I feel like if you're a cat person, like you're a really, and I have nothing against cats. I've never had a cat though, like so I'm not like emotionally attached to like cats because I've never had one growing up, or really ever been around many people who did have a cat. They're cute, and I like watching cat videos and stuff. But I feel like if you're a cat parent or you're around cats or you're just really into cats, I feel like you'd really enjoy it. It kind of felt like, oh, cool, I could do the little scratchy thing. I could do the cat purring, and then it's just like, okay, well, I did all the cute cat things. What now? I mean,
Fair.
it had some cool things. There were times where it just felt kind of boring. I guess because you're in a world with, and I will not put spoilers. These are things that are just already out there. But oh, okay. Let me just. To me,
So let me just spoil it.
yeah, I don't want to say it because some people may not even watch trailers because they don't like to see anything. So I don't want to say anything. But there's just times where it just feels like you're alone, and it's just really dry and kind of boring. So, but that was me. I mean,
Fair.
I'm in the minority of that. Most people love it, giving it 9 out of 10s and 10s out of 10s. People love Stray, so don't take my word on that. And we have one of my best friends, Soup. We are doing a series together on YouTube. We have one episode up where we're playing Fortnite, and we're actually going to change it up a bit and tell funny stories of us growing up. But he said his favorite game is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Didn't that just come out?
Yes.
I played this for 3 minutes, sold.
Yes. To be fair, Soup is really, he's not really a big story game guy. He doesn't finish a lot of story games and things like that. He's a very busy guy, and his schedules are weird. He works mornings, gets a few days off, then they switch to nights. He works that weird plant life schedule and it makes a lot of money, but sitting down playing games like that is not high on his list. But he does play like the 2Ks and the Maddens and the Call of Duties and Dead by Daylights. He loves Fortnite. We play Fortnite together, but yeah, he's kind of into those. But he's really into the Call of Duty. I may not be able to get him back on Fortnite. That series may be dead now.
It was a good run. The one
Yes,
video.
it was a good run. One video. Thank you, Soup, for thank you for your participation. Um, like I said, if anybody in the chat has any games that y'all want to put out that you liked, go ahead and put them in chat. We're gonna go ahead and start with ours. Would you like me to go first? Want me to set the pace?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
That way I'll know if my preparation was good or terrible and I have to rework it on the fly.
If you see her writing and scribbling, she's changing up everything.
Or aggressively typing.
Yes. Okay, so for me, I'm going to go number 5. And I just added this in. Literally just changed it because we just finished it. The Walking Dead Season 4. I took Stray out. Stray was my number 4. But I actually enjoyed this way more. So I'll start with the bad and just get it out of the way. And there's a lot of bad in The Walking Dead. Season 1, which I won't get.
Zombies.
Yes. Keeper is not a zombie fan. I want her to play this so bad because I know you would love the story. You would think it's the cutest story, even though there's a lot of death. But the story is just so amazing. Yeah. It's cute until people start dying, okay? Then people lose limbs. But it's such a good game. The stories are so good. I won't talk a lot about 1 and 2 because I didn't play them this year. I played them last year. But 1 is by far the best of the series. 2 was really good. 3, which I played this year, so I'll speak a little bit on. But it just kind of felt almost like a DLC more than like it's just kind of like, why are we playing this person's story? And then the main character is kind of like not that much involved in the story at all, to be honest. It just kind of felt more like a DLC thing. I didn't really understand. It's probably to me the worst out of the four. But four picked up. I was a little scared going into four just because of three. I was just kind of like, I can see that this may not end the way that I want it to end. It may not be as good. But it picked up the bad. Like I said, I'll get the bad out the way. There's things that happen where in season one, really important people died because they got bit. And I won't get into spoilers. I won't say names or anything like that for anybody who may want to play this. But one of the things they try to do is cut limbs and things like that to maybe stop the virus from spreading, and it does not work. But for whatever reason, in season four, it works, and with no explanation. You just see the person and their arm is gone. You're like, oh, okay, so it worked. It leaves you to assume that maybe they cut it in time, but there was no explanation that they did that or any way to tell by yourself that they did that, because it's not like the other person waited 4 months. Like, it didn't go 4 months later and then they try to cut the why did it work this time?
Yeah, when stuff like that is like game breaking, not ideal.
Yes. Mickey in the chat says he is making blueberry waffles now. I love that idea, nice. Mickey.
Nice. We did our job.
And yes, there you go. And then somebody else gets bit, and it's a really sad moment, and you're just kind of like, well, why don't they, like, nobody is thinking, why don't we try to cut this limb off? But you just seen somebody who cut their limb off and it worked. So I mean, there's things like that where it just, you're like, okay, this is weird. But yeah, they have their downs. But the good is that the game looks so much better in 4. All of them look really good. But 4, you can tell, I think it came out in 2018. It looks really good. The voice acting is great. You fall in love with the characters. The main character that you watch from season 1, she was a little girl. Her name is Clementine. You watch her grow throughout the 4 seasons, and you're just so hooked to her. And I think she's the main reason I love 4. Like, if she wasn't so strong, her presence and just so likable, I may not have it in my top games that I played this year. But, and overall, the story was really good. But I like the options. They felt like they meant a little more. She has a little boy with her that she's been raising since season 2. The group that she was with, one of the ladies had a baby, and she passed, and she's just kind of been raising this baby. The baby gets kidnapped, but she gets the baby. And in 4, that's where it just shows the baby has, I think, is 6 years old now, and she's just teaching him the same thing she was taught when she was young, how to shoot a gun and defend themselves. But trouble gets involved where it's like he's a little confused because he's only 6, and it's like, well, you want me to shoot, but you don't want me to shoot this person even though they're doing bad. And there's a lot of things that are going on. You're watching this 6-year-old try to figure it out. She's trying to teach him, but that love and bond that they have, it's so good. They have romance in this game where you can choose whether you want to date Violet or Lewis. You can choose which way you want to go. The chat wanted us to go with Violet, so we chose Violet, but it was nice to see Clementine's in relationships now. Like, she's getting to live somewhat of a normal life. She's teaching the kid what a swing is because he's never been around swings, or even funny moments. They talk about things like chicken nuggets.
Oh, and chicken nuggets, I love them.
Oh my God, yes. And the kid has never had a chicken nugget because where's he gonna get chicken nuggets from? Yeah, it's emotional, it's sad, it's happy, it's really funny. Season 4 actually has a lot of humor in it. I think more than the others had. It kind of lightens up a little bit, while still also probably being one of the darker games too, which is kind of weird. They got really funny and really dark.
It's a good balance.
Yes, I would say I'm picking The Walking Dead season 4. I played 3 and 4 this year. I just don't enjoy 3 as much, so it won't make my list. But I would say just play all 4. If you sound interested in this, play all 4. They're really good. The last thing that I'll say about it that's a little negative is that, well, to me, the biggest negative, a lot of times the options feel like they don't mean anything. You'll pick something. There's a case in which somebody Once again, no spoilers. I won't say any names, but somebody passes, and which isn't a spoiler. Like, guys, it's The Walking Dead. A lot of people die, but so if you thought you were gonna go through this game and nobody dies, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But somebody's passing, and you're picking the options for everybody to stay calm. You're really thinking this through because you have a timer on what to pick. So you're thinking this through really hard. And you're like, okay, what's the way that we could do this where nobody dies? Even though he did something that I don't agree with, I don't want him to die for it. We need to figure out another way. We don't want people going losing their marbles or anything like that. So you do everything the right way, and then no matter what you pick, at the end, they're gonna die. And you're just kind of like, well, why give me the options to like?
Yeah.
What changes? No matter what I do, he and somebody
Yeah, like why make me go through all of this
yes.
and not have it make a difference? Yeah.
Yes. So I'm highly disappointed through all four of them with the decision making, and it just feels like they don't mean anything. But I know this all sounds bad, but I really love the story. I'm super into it. I'm making so much content on YouTube. I love season 4 so much. Season 4 and season 1 were just so good to me. But yes, that's my number 5 game, The Walking Dead season 4.
I don't know that I really did mine in an order. Like, the first one I'm going to talk about is probably the game that I have played the most. Like,
yeah, that's fine.
Like, I'm sure that anybody could guess what this game is going to be. It's Fall Guys.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.
So, actually, and I think it's like perfect. 1, we're going to play some Fall Guys later. But 2, that's how Anthony and I met. Like, late night, 2 a.m., I'm playing Fall Guys and vibing. And that's the start of this beautiful relationship. But how do you talk about Fall Guys? Like, 1, it's a very simple game, which is part of the reason I love it. But everybody I feel knows what Fall Guys is. You know, you've got squads or solos. You got 60 people you're racing against. Try to get to the end first, or at least not last. But what I really like about it is, especially now that it's become a free to play, which I was worried about because, you know, I bought this game. They have just been changing and evolving the levels and the challenges so much. And it's been so nice. Like, every time you get a map, you've got like 4 or 5 different variations. And so you never know what you're going to get. And sometimes you're like, shoot, I hate this one.
Yes.
And other times you're like, oh, great, this is perfect. So that I really love, because even though it's such a simple game, it never gets boring. But the main reason I love it is because I don't need to use a lot of brain power on it. I'm not a professional Fall Guys player. I will never be. If I get a crown, it's a very exciting moment.
Is anybody... I feel like that's such a weird thing to be amazing at Fall Guys.
I've seen people, and they're like, yeah, I have 1,700 crowns. Or like something like that. Yeah, some people are insane about it. They love it. That's all they stream. That's all they play. And like, good for them. Mm-hmm. At this point, when I'm on my game, I have an expectation of always getting to the final, but of a crown, never. That's why it's like I get a crown. I'm like, yes.
It feels like it'd be such a hard game to be a professional at, because it feels like so much. Maybe there's a little bit of technique and strategy. I have my own techniques too, but it feels so much luck based.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And then that's one of my cons of the game is the other players, which obviously you can't play this like party royale without the other players. But first of all, when you get stuck with a squad, and this happened to me the other day, where one person is an absolute idiot and doesn't know how to do a challenge, but ruins it for everybody else, so you can't do it.
Right.
Just aggravating, because you got to sit there and you just got to wait out the time. Like, literally, I was just running in circles because, like, there was no point in even trying. And then the players that grief you are the absolute worst. Like, the number of times I have tried to jump off an edge and somebody grabs me right at the end and I just immediately die. Not a fan. That being said, it's probably one of my favorite games to stream because I put on the music and it's like a hangout. Like, you're hanging out with friends, you're playing video games. Sometimes I play with other people, like Croc Crew forever, you know.
Yes.
And I love it for that reason. I have like consistently now set like Fridays is like my Fall Guys day because it's such a fun game to play and to stream, and it never gets old, even though it never changes really.
I would say my first experience with Fall Guys, I remember I was watching a Twitch streamer play somebody that I'm pretty good friends with, and he was playing the beta on it. And the second I seen the jelly beans and just all the jumping. I was like, oh my god, this is like the greatest thing ever. And I was obsessed. And I haven't played it yet. I was like, the second this comes out, I'm getting it.
Hmm.
It was coming to PlayStation Plus for free when it first released. And I was like, nice.
Yeah.
I don't even have to play. I don't even have to pay for it. I was super excited about this game. I get in there, and PlayStation sets it up so difficult. You really have to pay attention before you buy.
Hmm.
They had it. I think you had to click download, but they had it big. Pay for whatever the. I think it was $30, and I thought, okay, well maybe I'm supposed to hit this. And I forget exactly how it was set up because it was a few years ago, but the download was so hard. We were staring at the screen for the longest, like, how do I download it for free? So I was like, okay, well, maybe you just put it in your cart, and when you put it in the cart, they're going to subtract it out. No, I
Yeah.
ended up paying the $20 or $30. I think it was $30 for the game. And somebody was like, yeah, no, all you had to do is do this. I was like, oh, well, I mean, they could have made that a little a little easier.
Yeah.
But I'm obsessed. That's why at 2 a.m., I was going through Fall Guys streams when I met you. I literally typed in Fall Guys and was just scrolling through looking for somebody playing Fall Guys.
Nice. It's just, yeah, it's such a good game. Like, we'll always go back to it, I think. Even when I get frustrated, because again, it's like hanging out with chat. It's like, well, this sucks, but at least we're having a good time.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Fall Guys. It's so hard to get really upset or not have fun in Fall Guys,
Yeah.
especially playing with friends.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll jump to my number 4. Unless you had more on Fall Guys.
Nah, I think I talked about it more than I thought I could.
Well, you don't want to give away any of the story
The
or the
spoilers,
plot.
the lore. Okay, one thing though, and I haven't done this because I heard it's terrible. Never Google what the inside of one of those beans look like. Apparently, it's terrifying.
I've seen it. I've seen it on Twitter. It's terrifying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
terrifying. You do not want to see it.
No, hard pass.
I'm going to jump to my number 4, which is Final Fantasy X. I've been trying to play Final Fantasy games because people are really, really into them, and I've never really been into them. So when I was young, I played this JRPG called The Legend of Dragoon. It's my favorite video game of all time. I love that game. I was never able to beat it, and a few years ago, I want to say in 2020, I got on YouTube and watched somebody play it, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch what I did wrong and finally beat it, and I finally beat that game. But while playing The Legend of Dragoon, that's when I started learning that so many people were really into Final Fantasy, which is another JRPG. Um, and we had them growing up. The person that gave me The Legend of Dragoon gave me a bunch of his old PlayStation games. And we had a bunch of Final Fantasies. We just never played them. We were just so into Legend of Dragoon, we didn't play many other games that was given to us. So I was like, you know what? I like Legend of Dragoon a lot. I'm gonna try these games out. So I started with Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like in love with it. It's a good game though. It's a really good game. But then I played Final Fantasy 9. I always get them mixed up number wise. I think it was 9, and that is most people's favorite game. And I just could not get into it. So I quit through 9. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna give up yet. I'm gonna try 10. And 10 is miles ahead of the other two games that I played. Like I said, I did enjoy Final Fantasy VII Remake. It was a good game, but 10 is amazing. Keeper, have you played Final Fantasy 10?
I have played no Final Fantasy games, which I know is like blasphemy.
Well, we're there together.
But I've heard they're really good. Like, I know people who are obsessed with them. Like, the new one comes out, they're like, I need to play this. But yeah, I just never got into them.
I would say for anybody, because I know a couple people who never got into them, and like I said, I'm there too. I didn't play it until Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, and that was mostly, to be honest, because of Tifa. She was kind of hot. And it was
Okay. Yes, I've never played it, but I know all about Tifa and how everybody
yes.
thinks she's hot.
Yes, that's where it all started. I was like, okay, there's a lot going on with this game. Everybody's talking about it, and she's kind of hot. I'm in. I'll try it. But 10 is so good. So without giving spoilers, 10 starts out where this giant, it almost looks like a whale, is named Sin, and basically he's wiping out all these towns, and they play into religion, and it just shows so much. Like, there's so much going on that you can relate to today, which is where like these different groups have odds at each other because of religion. Like, some group decided, hey, we don't really Basically, the premise is like this religion believes sin keeps attacking all these towns and killing all these people because this group split from the beliefs, and because they chose not to follow that belief, that sin keeps doing this. And those people are saying that those religious people are crazy, and that this has nothing to do with this, and we need to figure out a real way to stop sin. And so they are at war. They're trying to figure out what's going on with sin. And these people, they go out there in their groups. I forget what they have a name. They have a name to them, but they get a group with them, and they walk out there and they go on this journey to find sin, and they fight sin, but they sacrifice themselves to kill sin, and then sin comes back later. It's just a non-stop thing in which the religion is that it's always going to do that because of the sins that they have. But yeah, it gets into that, and some of the religious people are learning like, okay, there's more to this, and maybe we've been lied to a little bit. Which it doesn't speak to a specific religion, so to anybody in chat who may have any kind of religious beliefs, it's not to a specific religion, but so not to offend anybody or anything like that. But it's their own religion that they have going on in the game. But yeah, it's really good. They're finding out what's really going on with the sin situation, and it's so much fun. I would say that the knock on it is that I don't really enjoy grinding so much in games where it's like, okay, I gotta keep fighting in this little area over and over and over and over until I get the items that I need. And sometimes I'm a little turned off by that. I'm actually at the very end where I'm fighting sin, but I feel like I'm not strong enough, and I just kind of lost like I don't want to go back and do all this stuff to. I'll eventually get there, but I just kind of took a break. I'll say that I like the characters a lot, which is a big thing for me. I'm really big into characters in video games, especially stories. Like, your story could be good, but if I'm not into the characters, a lot of times I'll kind of tune out. But the characters are really cool. The boss fights are kind of cool because they all have strategies, and you have to. It's not going in and just being strong. You could be leveled all the way up in your power, and your sword could be super strong, but he may not go down by that. Like, he may not even, like, those damages could do like almost nothing because you need to be using magic. I'll say
like
that
Pokemon.
Yes. Almost like Pokemon. But there was one fight where I love this so much, but there was one fight where the guy can attack you, which, again, this might be the most Keeper has ever heard the word zombie.
Okay, in all fairness, I read this book called World War Z, which is all about zombies. And that's partially why I'm traumatized, because it's so realistic.
Right. Right.
I got a question in chat, speaking of zombies.
If what's going on, Ethan? If your friend was bit by a zombie, would you shoot them or lead them to turn? I would definitely shoot them. I wouldn't want to leave my friend to turn to a zombie.
I might, honestly, if it was me, I might just scream and run away.
Then you would leave him to turn to a zombie, which would be kind of sad.
Well, sounds like a them problem now.
Yes.
I mean, later it's probably going to be my problem too, but for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you get with your friendship with Keeper. At least she's honest with you. You know up front. I like it.
Again, spiders too. If it's spiders, you're on your own, kid.
Yes. Okay, so the boss has like this attack where he can leave you into a zombie, and what that does to you is anytime you try to heal that person, the health bar goes down. It does a reverse. So you can put a zombie ward where he can't do that, but he has an attack where when he hits you, it's an instant death. Ethan, thank you for that follow. It's an instant death if he hits you. So you want to have the zombie thing on. It's almost timing it perfectly because you want it on when he attacks, because if you're a zombie, he can't kill you with that. That's the only way that he can't one hit kill your whole team. So I was trying to figure that out for the longest. I'm like, what do they want me to do about that one hit that kills you instantly? There's nothing you can do to stop that. So of course I went on my Googles and went to figure it out. They're like, you need somebody in your group to stay in that zombie status, but you also don't want to die in the zombie status because he's going to keep healing that person because it does the opposite and kills them. So
Oh
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
when he turns one of them zombie, you gotta think, okay, this is the part where he's going to go into his next form, which does that. And I need a couple people to be in zombie mode and maybe one to not be, so that you're not all dying at the same time. But yeah, it's little strategy things like that that could be kind of fun. But
So
yeah,
maybe me leaving my friend to be a zombie will be beneficial in the long run. I'm just saying.
no. Watching The Walking Dead, I mean, well, I've never watched The Walking Dead, but playing The Walking Dead, I would assume they would live a very sad, depressing life of just walking around with
Okay, but
no
like here's the
fingers.
thing with zombies is like I feel like they have no consciousness once they become zombies. They just become brains. And so like I don't think that's that same person. And that's why again, easy to shoot them because
You're
that's
not
not
gonna
who
do
they
anything.
are.
Funny
Yeah.
thing about now we're going back to the Walking Dead again, and we'll get out of here. But one of the funny things about Walking Dead season 4 is that one character that you meet has a theory. He does not want you to kill walkers, attack them, or anything like that because they still have a part of them. And so
Mm,
everybody on my chat, including me, were like, "You are bugging, and we're not dying to these zombies because you have a love for these zombies. They have to
yeah.
go." But
Is,
he's hardcore into that belief.
is that like necrophilia at that point? Because they're like kind of re-dead.
Yeah. Look at us. We're covering all the topics here.
Ethan's got another question for us though.
If you were bit by a zombie, would you cut off your arm or leave it? I would probably go with the chance of just cutting it off.
I think I might just go with the embrace the zombie at this point and just murder everyone I know as fast as I can.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, if you are Keeper's friend, that's what comes with it.
You better shoot me.
Yes, there you go. All right, Keeper, what do you got for your number 4 game? Or I guess you're not really doing an actual order, which is
No, my
completely
just
fine. Yeah.
yeah, I think I was kind of like going with like games that had like the biggest impact because like for with like Fall Guys, like that has had such a big impact in my life. So like games that I've just played a lot, I don't know. I don't know. So the next one is really interesting that you mentioned a con of Final Fantasy was the grinding part because this is a game that does have a little bit of grinding. It's kind of for levels. So the way the leveling system works in it, you have to get money and then use that money to level everything up. Um, and so the game is called Rogue Heroes Runes of Tassos. And I found this game quite a while ago because I love like Legend of Zelda games, specifically like the top-down like Link to the Past, where you have puzzles and you have dungeons and you're trying to save the princess. Great game, classic, never go to style. So I found this one and it looks like the exact same. It's absolutely amazing. I love it. But the difference is you can class up, which is something I don't normally play games with that. But you know, you can be a mage, you can be a ranger, whatnot. And then you go around and you go through the dungeons, you beat the boss, and at the end of the day, you save the world kind of thing. But what I really like about it is it's also a multiplayer co-op. So you can play up to 4 people on this game, which has its benefits and its drawbacks. Specifically, this is like probably my most major con from this game, and it's such a specific personal thing. I was playing with my friend Sukina. She likes playing magic users, so she played this magic user with a wand with fire, and she kept lighting things around me on fire, so like bad guys and like our environment, and I kept catching on fire as a result.
Friendly fire in this game?
It's not friendly fire because she couldn't actually do damage to me with the fire, but because she would light the bush in front of me on fire.
Oh my god, I love this.
It was terrible. I hate it. I literally have like a small clip video of like all the times she lit me on fire.
Well, that's why we love it. It makes for great content.
Oh, absolutely. And would play with her again 100%. If she maybe stopped using fire so much. But the really neat thing about this game too is they're still continuing to provide fairly massive updates to it. Like when you first start, you had maybe 6 classes, and now they've added like another 3 to 4 more, I want to say. And they added like a temple that you can buy, because you have to like build the town. You have to buy things with the money you make in the dungeon to build the town. And there's different ways to level up too, which is nice. And then they're opening up more and more dungeons as you go on. So it's a game that you can always go back to for sure. And a game that I would definitely continue to play. I'm actually trying to get a lobby together right now. I think I might have it.
That's actually pretty exciting. It sounds like a really fun game.
It's super cute, which, I mean, if you've been to my channel and you know my brand, it's super cute. I will play any game that's adorable. And so this was great too, because like I grew up with Legend of Zelda, and so to be able to do that and also make it different.
And speaking of The Walking Dead kind of turning like very light, very like adding more humor and also getting dark. Your streams are getting kind of that. I just thought about that when you said you like cute games, but recently here your streams have gotten kind of dark too.
Okay, but I will say, even though I've been playing the horror games through October, they were still like cute horror games.
They were.
Like, for me, when I pick a game, and like as bad as it sounds, it's like judging a book by its cover. For me, if it's not aesthetically pleasing to my eyes, I won't play it. And so like I played Among the Sleep, which was so terrifying, but also cute, but terrifying. Yeah. I have never been more scared in my life playing a game than I was with that one. Like it didn't make my list, and maybe it should have, but like the atmospheric sounds that were constantly going on, like I didn't see a bad guy until like an hour and a half into this game, to the point where I was like, oh, there aren't bad guys, it's just terrorizing you. And then I found the bad guy.
They'll make their way there.
Oh my god.
When you least expect it.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of a game that has a lot of bad guys, my number 3 is going to be Fortnite. And the bad guys is everybody that you're in a lobby with. I'm addicted. My journey with Fortnite started in season 1, and I got it and played with a few friends. They didn't have all the cool skins that they have now. It was kind of like, okay, this is kind of fun playing with my friends. They all kind of dropped off of it after a while. And I was like, I don't really enjoy it by myself, so I kind of uninstalled it. I brought it back, I want to say in it might have been 18 or 19. I want to say 18. And I'd bought the season pass and never used it. And I kind of got off of it again. When they brought John Cena in, I said, oh my God.
How could you see him though?
Yes. When anybody gets a wrestling reference that doesn't watch wrestling, I get so excited.
That one, that's just like a cultural reference now, yes. Though.
Thank you, Cena. I was like, at the time, I didn't realize that in the store you have to get them within the time frame that they're there, or you miss it. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna download it here in a little bit. And I'm gonna go into the store and buy John Cena. Then the Goku thing happened. And I was like, oh my God, they're pulling at my childhood here. So I get it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get Goku here, and I'll get it eventually. And some weeks go by, and I go in there. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go in the store and just get Cena and Goku real quick, and they're not there. But I'm still enjoying it because I've been playing with just the main characters or whatever. I also, when I bought that season pass a few years ago, I had a bunch of Star Wars people in there, which I hate Star Wars. I've never been into it.
Oh, that's it. Your podcast is going to be canceled. Just you wait.
There it is. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out. I just... real quick sidebar on Star Wars. I want to say it was like last year. I was like, okay, I'm going to try. I'm going to go on the Disney Plus app. I'm going to watch from the very first one. It was I'm assuming the very first one. I don't know how they done all the. I looked it up and it said this was the first one, so I went with it. And they started. I didn't make it 5 minutes. I seen the robots and the little sounds like pew pew, and they had their little swords. I said, I can't do it. I cannot do this. I can't do it. So I've never been into it. So I got some Star Wars characters in there that came with that season pass, and then I also got some Marvel, which I also am not a fan of Marvel. So
hot take right here on this podcast.
I know. Everybody in the chat is probably pissed right now. I'm sorry. I'm a big DC guy. I guess because it's a little darker, I think is why I like DC a little more. But yeah, I've always been more into the like the Batmans, and I'm also in the I understand I'm in the minority of this. Everybody I talk to hates Superman. They think he's so lame, and I just love Superman.
I
But
think
anyway,
he's a classic, right? Like you can't hate one of the originators. Like, come on.
that's what I think. Everybody thinks he's so lame. Vicky says Star Wars is too damn long. I never got past 5 minutes.
I mean, it's not short, and there's like what, like 9 kind of like base movies, and then they're adding more, and then there's the TV shows, there's the Lego ones, and
Yeah.
there's like it's a big universe.
Yeah, yeah, it is, and a lot of props and respect to him. I know, like I said, I'm in the minority of both of those things, but I was like, I don't like Star Wars, I don't like Marvel, so I don't want to play with any of these characters I have. So I just got to where I'm buying characters. I can't remember. Do I remember? The first person I bought was Starfire. She was a DC character. I was like, nice, I have a DC character in the store. And then it ended up going to like my brother gifted me Alien from the movie. I've never watched Aliens, but I love having Alien. Just having Alien and letting him do the little hip hop dances and stuff they have in there. I'm just like, how can you hate this? I got Ariana Grande, and in a clip where me and Soup were playing it, it was just like you're hanging out the window doing a drive-by in Fortnite with Ariana Grande. You're just like, what game can you do this in? This is the greatest thing ever. But yeah, my friends get on. We play just for hours. We get on there and just crack jokes, and I'm winning crowns in solo mode. I'm having so much fun. I'm trying to think. Is there the victories are satisfying? The only knock I have on it is the V-Bucks system because, like anything else, any other corporate company, they kind of get you on it. They'll be like, this character is this much, but the way that you purchase the V Bucks for, I think it's for, is it 1,000 V Bucks? I think it's 1,000. I may be off, but you would pay like $7.99. I think is what it is for it. But that 1,000 isn't enough to get a character that you want. So then you'd have to go buy another 1,000. So now you spent $14 to $16 trying to get a character that you want out of the store, and it's like, why wouldn't you just have like a better deal than that? You knew the 1,000 V Bucks wasn't going to get you anything that you wanted out of this store. But that's my one knock on it. Outside of that, I'm having such an amazing time with Fortnite, and everybody in here should get it. It's free, and everybody should play. And message me, and we'll all play. I'm down to play with whoever.
Like, I would like a lobby of all noobs so I can feel really good about myself.
It's actually not. I'm not a good. I'm not a good shooter game person, and I feel like Fortnite is so much easier. I used to love Apex. I'm not very good at it, but I have fun in Apex. Fortnite's the one that I'm actually good in. I feel like if you play Call of Duty or Apex or Valorant, especially Valorant, and you're good at any of those, I think you would. I think Fortnite would be pretty easy.
So I used to be like relatively good at CS:GO. Like I would spend a lot of time playing first person shooters. Got out of it for a very long time, and I was like, oh, Valo's like kind of the spiritual predecessor to this. I should try it. It's hilarious because I'm not great, so it's unranked, so it's fine. But it's just like panicking and screaming and running around, and oh my god, I killed someone. Amazing. It's typically, oh my god, I died again.
That's how I feel almost in any shooter game. Anytime I get a kill, I'm just, oh my god, I've done it. I can lose now. I'm fine. I finally got a kill.
Yeah,
You just lost to the worst person in this game, buddy.
Right? You're like, sucks to be you. I know, like even like or like because like it's like CS:GO with like the shooting and stuff, but then you've got like all these extra like the alts and stuff, which is like so different. So like even if I like do a good alt, I'm like amazing. But half the time I'm like, I've pulled out my alt, I don't want to use it. How do I cancel it?
Yes. Yes. I was gonna.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say. Fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other games that I go to the search bar to watch is Valorant, and I don't know why. I've never played it. I guess I just respect how difficult it is for people playing mouse and keyboard. I don't play anything on mouse and keyboard. And people playing shooter games on mouse and keyboard, I love watching that stream. I will go in the search bar. I've met so many people through Valorant. Hats off to you. If you play any shooter game on mouse and keyboard, wow, I respect the hell out of you. It looks very difficult.
I follow the official Valorant channel and watch tournaments sometimes because
so cool.
You're just like, wow. I mean, so like I grew up console gaming, right? So I was on a key or on a controller forever. It wasn't until I like got a laptop when I was, in university, that I started streaming, or I started gaming on PC. And so for me, it was a huge learning curve on how to switch from this to this. And because I haven't used those skills in a long time, um, they're not great. But I played a game recently where I had to keyboard and mouse it up, and I'm like, this is so much harder than it should be.
Yeah. Have you done Dead by Daylight on mouse and keyboard?
I think maybe when I initially got it, I tried it on mouse and keyboard, but I switched to controller. I'd rather a controller any day.
Okay, yeah. Because I know Dead by Daylight was off. That was off, completely off topic. But me and Keeper play Dead by Daylight, and I was just wondering if you were doing that when we play. If you do that on.
No, no. But I loved the last time we played Dead by Daylight. It was so bad for us, for Anthony and I as players.
Yes.
We kept dying, and then we both just had snacks, and so we just like hang out and chat and eat our snacks while our other poor teammates are trying to get us out of this place alive.
Yes, it was very bad. It was very bad. But yes, that's my number 3 game, Fortnite. I really, really, really enjoyed. I love Fortnite. I'm having so much fun, and I love buying the characters. And I think you sell me whenever you put those licensed characters in there, because I love it. Just doing all this stuff, you're just like, wow, I'm really shooting people with The Rock, or the Ariana Grande has been my favorite. It's just so. I'm not even a big like Ariana Grande fan, which she has an amazing voice and she has great songs. But I'm not like a diehard Ariana Grande fan or anything. But just playing, it's just so unreal. Like, I'm running around killing people in Fortnite with Ariana Grande and doing these dances, and it's so much fun. So much fun.
Absolutely. And I think like the nostalgia really plays into things. Like, I can play as Spider-Man, who I loved reading about or watching growing up and stuff. So I think that's huge. And they do a good job of playing into that. Like, even in Fall Guys, you get like these super cute, like, I played this game called Death's Door, and they had a Death's Door skin, and I'm like, I want that. I never change my costume. I wear the same thing. I just want it because it's pretty.
Yes. All right. What do you got for us?
Speaking of nostalgia, so this game, when you talked about The Walking Dead coming in for you like really late, this game I only played for the first time last Wednesday, I think, and I am obsessed with it. It's Sackboy: A Big Adventure, so it's very much like Little Big Planet. If you played that back in the day, it was on PlayStation, where you have a cute little guy that you can dress up. There's a theme I'm sensing here. And you go through the levels and you do whatever. But this one, Little Big Planet, was more of a side scroller. This one's like a bit more of an open world, but it is absolutely adorable. I love this game. We realize that this game is like me in a video game, like wholesome and cute and great music, because the soundtrack is probably one of the biggest pluses of this. I can't remember if you were there, Anthony, for a bit of it, but we had Bruno Mars, like, all of a sudden starts to play.
Oh, that was Sackboy.
That was Sackboy, yeah. And so you've got this phenomenal soundtrack, and like every level just kept getting better and better. And on top of that, they incorporated the entire world to dance and mimic and to the rhythm of this game. So you've got stuff in the background that's dancing to like Uptown Funk, and you're like, this is surreal, absolutely insane. But it's a super cute game. So it starts out with all your Sackboy buddies getting kidnapped by this guy named Vex, and then you're basically trying to get to the end, stop him from ending the world. He's not the greatest bad guy. He's pretty stupid, in my opinion. I've had 3 boss fights with him, and 2 were basically exactly the same. So I'm like, buddy, evolve your content.
He's like the Mojo Jojo of the game. Just never works out for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I mean, that's great though. I don't play a lot of hard games. I like just enjoyable vibe games, which this one 100% is. And even better, again, like, there seems to be a theme for me here. It's a multiplayer. You can play with up to 4 people online or co-op with your friends. So there's actually levels that I haven't been able to go through yet because you need at least 2 people for them. But again, it harkens back to like the couch co-op that was Little Big Planet. And so like I definitely need to find somebody to play this with me.
Are you playing this on Steam?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have too many cons because like I've literally played it for 5 hours, so I'm just obsessed with this game and I think it's adorable. So like that's enough. But if I were to have a con, it's because this game is $70 in Canada because it's probably like 50 in the States, but it's $70 in Canada. And for me, like I play a lot of indie games, so anything kind of over $20, I'm like, ooh, that's a pricey game.
Yeah. No, I agree.
um,
I agree.
yeah, but like that being said, I think it's worth it. It's so much fun. I cannot wait to play this game again. Um, and I cannot wait to play it then again with friends or randos or whatever.
Well, I didn't realize that that's what you were playing that night that I was watching, and I've been hearing
Mhm.
so much about Sackboy, and
Yeah.
I didn't know that I'd seen it when I was watching your stream, but I
Yeah.
just keep thinking like, whatever this Sackboy thing is, like I need to look into that. It sounds like it's
Yeah.
fun. Like I'd be into getting it. But
Mhm.
now that I know that's what you were playing, I might end up getting this game. Like it looked good when you were playing it. And I was talking about getting it then. I just never. I'm also editing video, so my mind
Yeah,
process isn't
absolutely.
working all that well. But like, so I didn't think to be like, oh, what game is she playing? And look at the title and be like, oh, that's Sackboy. But I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this game looks really interesting. But I feel that
Yeah.
way about almost any game you play. You pick really good games, which is why I was like, we
Thank you.
got to get Keeper for this episode specifically.
Yeah, I like so when I first started streaming, I was playing like solely indie games. And you don't really get a lot of audience with that unless you've kind of built up an audience before. But then it was nice when I started to get more people coming along because I could play these cute games. Like I remember like I think you were the only person who came that one time I was playing this game called Raji and Ancient Epic,
I
which
do
was
remember
just
that.
it was just like an absolute beautiful game, and like the story was so good, and I'm like, you know what, at least I got to introduce one other person to this cool game. And a lot of the times I'm playing these games for the first time, so they could be a bust.
Yeah.
But I've really lucked out with, hey, this game is pretty great. And I just love being able to do that. And so, you know, that's why I try to do like a balance of like games that'll put butts in the seats, like Fall Guys and stuff, and then
Yeah.
games that I just really am passionate about and I want to play. And so for me, like Sackboy, I don't think like that's not an indie game. That's by PlayStation, but it's got like the same vibes, and I think that's why I love it so much. And again, the nostalgia factor.
Did you? And you may have already said this, but do you know if it's crossplay?
I believe it is.
I'm very very interested in this and the Gotham Knights game, which is getting terrible reviews, but I'm super into DC. And somebody was telling me, I was talking to him in his chat the other day, and he was like, this game isn't as bad as what everybody's saying. He said a lot of people complain about the FPS. He's like, a lot of people don't even know what that is or hearing other people say it. He was like, but if you love DC as much as like I know you to love it, he said you're gonna enjoy the game. It's a fun game to play. It has its knocks like everything else, but that and the oh what is see my memory? What is the name of this game? Bag Boy.
Boy. Sackboy.
Sackboy. I was close. I was close. That's how my
Yeah.
memory works, y'all. Those two have been on my list of games that I've really been in, and I haven't even or didn't even know I'd seen Sackboy. It's just off of word of mouth,
Mhm.
and I was just like, okay,
Mhm.
that and Gotham Knight is high in my list.
I was talking to my coworker the other day, and he plays a lot of games, and he said that Sackboy will tend to go on and off sale. So I mean, you know, just keep it in the mind. That's what I do. Like I am the worst. I have like 55 games on my wish list on Steam because I just put them on there and I wait until they go on sale and I go, do I really want to buy it? Maybe it'll go on better sale.
Yeah. PlayStation Plus. I usually go on there. I hate buying off Steam. They are so expensive, and a lot of times those games are on sale on PlayStation if they're
Mhm.
available on PlayStation. So I like playing my games on Steam because I'm right here and I can watch somebody stream or I can do whatever I'm doing while I'm playing the game. Um, but I just they're so expensive in Steam. They never have sales. It feels like.
I mean, we must be looking at different games because I get like an email at least once a week. This game you put on your wish list is on sale. Because like that's the way to do it. Is find the games you like, put them on your wish list, and set it up so you get an email. Because like $2 for this game, absolutely.
I have to do it. You also look at more, I would say, indie games
True.
than I
Yeah.
look at too. A lot of the games I look at are like 50, 60, $70 games. I'm just like, please go on sale.
Right. That's the one thing like with Nintendo, and like so, for an example, so Sackboy was like $70.
Mhm.
I bought Yoshi's Crafted World. I think it was 70. Canadian. So then you add tax. They have very similar vibes, like the cutesy, homemade, cardboard cutout kind of thing. Yoshi's Crafted World was not worth that much, but you hardly see things like that go on sale on the Switch store. But Little Big Planet would pay $70 for it again, and it's not Little Big Planet, it's Sackboy. I keep calling it Little Big Planet.
Yeah, I hear that about Nintendo a lot too, about them being very expensive on their games. But yeah, I like it. I'm interested. Yeah. I'm very interested.
So Mickey, 79 Canadian is about 60 US, just under. So
it's the one thing we have over them, Mickey.
Yeah, you get free games because you need the discount because of I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I'll say it. You know what? Take your little healthcare. How about that? Your great healthcare. We'll take our cheaper games.
What a trade-off.
I'm not worried about the heart attack I might have when I'm 70. I'll have a game $10 cheaper than you. Okay, well, I'm going to jump from something. Well, would you say Sackboy's a cute game?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, good. I was hoping my transition wasn't about to be bad. Well, I've already ruined it now, but...
Yeah, I was like, it was going to be
good. Going from a game that's cute and cuddly to something that's not at all. In any sense of the game. At any part of the game. We're going to talk about Elden Ring. It's my number 2 favorite game that I played this year. This is what's funny about Elden Ring. And this is how you know that it's high on my list. I hate anything that's sword and knights, Vikings, kings and queens, and I'm just so bored by that kind of stuff. And there's been 2 things that are in that little time period of this world that have got me. The very last season of Game of Thrones, I never watched the first 7 seasons. I watched the very last one.
I heard that's like the worst one.
And I liked it. I watched it. I got into it, real quick side note. I got into it because all the podcasts I listened to and everybody was so hyped up about this Night King guy. I said, all right, what's the fucking... Oh, excuse me. I mean, I actually do cuss on my streams, but I'm trying to chill on the podcast.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm in your house now.
I was like, what's the big deal with this Night King guy? And so I watched, and I was like, I kind of like this. And I get on Twitter, and I see everybody's mad. I was like, oh, I mean, y'all got y'all's right to complain because y'all been here for 7 seasons. I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I like it. But that got me, and Elden Ring got me. I don't know how. It's almost like a toxic relationship. I guess almost like Harley Quinn and the Joker, where you're just like, I really shouldn't be with this person, but I'm having fun. You die a lot, which would normally irritate me. And when I mean a lot, I mean the second you step onto that grass, you're going to die. A lot of times.
I'm allergic to grass, drop dead.
I remember in the very beginning, on the first time that I streamed this, we got to one little area, and it's like a small little community, and they got these little guards that are there, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to go in here. So I ran in there, and instantly killed by a couple of them. There's too many to fight. And you're like, okay, maybe I should come up with a plan. So I'm creeping in, and it's not working. Nothing's working. Everybody in the chat is saying, you got to creep in there, do like stealth kills. And I'm just like, I'm trying that, and I'm still dying. It's not helping. But it's like that. I remember there's one point in the game where we were headed to the first boss fight because there's different huge boss fights in the different areas of the map. I'm like, okay, I feel confident, which the second you feel that, you should go grind for another 8 hours. But I was like, okay, I feel confident. I'm going through there on my horse. Famous last words. I go in here on my horse. They got these guys up high that are shooting arrows. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm going to die here, but let me just see what's happening. So I know where I see the 2 guys on the right, 2 guys on the left. They're up high with bow and arrows. Then this big giant just jumps down. And you're like, oh my God, you're not even taller than his foot. Well, I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but it's a huge monster, and I died instantly. He killed me. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so hard. And I'm like trying to figure out this game plan, and I finally look over to the chat, and they're like, yeah, that's not the boss. You can just run past him. That's not the boss. They was like, yeah, I would just get on your horse and just run past him. The boss is after that. I'm like, what? That's an idea of how hard this game is. Um, but it's fun because when you finally get leveled up and you slay these beasts, you feel so happy. Like everything was worth it. It's so weird because I would hate this any other time, but I'm super into it. The game is beautiful. You get that great feeling when you're finally killing things. You're leveling up. You're finding cool swords. Um, I will say for the negative of it that the story is hard to keep up with. I actually have no idea what the story's about. They talk in a, you know how that era talks. They're talking in things I don't understand. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. So the story's kind of hard to keep up with. Um, the game is very difficult, obviously. I kind of think the game would benefit from having a difficulty setting. I know, like, my brother was, like, he was making a joke. He didn't know about the Souls games either. But I was telling him about Elden Ring. He was like, oh, no, you just suck. I'm going to get the game. And one day he popped into my stream. And he seen how much I was dying. He was like, why don't you just change the difficulty? I was like, yeah, there is none. And
Would love to.
I remember I asked him, I was like, you still gonna get Elden Ring? He said, hell no. um, but also at the same time, maybe they just don't want to cater to that audience. They may just be like, hey, this is what we're making our game for. And I respect that too. They're like, we want a difficult game. I would say that the other negative to it would be that if I wasn't on stream, I don't know that I would have the time to put into this game. The grind, like, you think Final Fantasy grinding is bad. The grinding in this is insane. So they have a system where, like, you spend your runes to buy things. Runes are almost like the currency for Elden Ring. If you die somewhere, let's say you have 80,000 runes and you didn't spend them to level up or anything yet, and you die, you got to run back to the area where you died and grab those runes. And if you die again before you get those runes, they're gone for
They're
good.
gone.
You lost your 80,000 runes. They're gone.
That's brutal.
And the times like that have happened, and I literally have a clip on TikTok, and I literally got out my chair and walked off because I was so mad. And I can't remember the last time I got this mad about a video game. I took my headset and I walked off. I said, I gotta go get some water and cool down because I'm pissed right now.
I can imagine.
Mickey in the chat says, I will never play it or I will become a rager.
Yeah. No, thank you.
It's a lot of fun. I would say that I won't recommend it just off of it. It's very expensive for a game that if you're gonna get really stressed out and don't go through with it, or you don't have the time. The way that I work, if it wasn't on stream, I wouldn't have the time to do this, and I just wouldn't do it. But I enjoy watching it. So maybe if you're interested and you just like seeing people die a lot and you don't want to play it, watching it on stream is a very fun experience. Just watching somebody else do it. But yeah, that's Elden Ring. I like it. I do like that I have a friend. Her name is Laguna, and she comes into my chat and she jumps into games and she helps me with boss fights. But she's not so overpowered because she's already beat the game. But she's not so overpowered that we're running in and just slaying monsters. Because then you lose that experience. I did that one time. I let somebody in, and I didn't know who they were. They had just followed, and I let them in. They helped me with a boss, and they went over there, and we killed him in like 2 seconds. I said, I don't like that feeling. It went from extremely hard to just like, all right, I don't want to like Sesame Street through this game. I don't know if that reference works, but it's there.
Yeah, you don't want Muppets. You want monsters.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, that's it. Elden Ring, I'm really enjoying it. It's my personal number 2 game. If you have the time and you're into those type of games, I think you would enjoy it. If you don't have the time and you don't feel like being that stressed out because it's probably going to stress you out, yeah, I would say skip on it. But if you're going to skip, I would say definitely watch some Twitch streamers play it. It's a lot of fun to watch them struggle.
This is like perfect because I didn't put my games in the list and I can segue off this. So I have this saying on my channel, which is, if at first you don't succeed, die again. And for me, that came from this game called Hollow Knight, which I love Hollow Knight. I picked it up. It was the game that I streamed last Halloween because I was like, this seems kind of dark and Halloween-ish. And I picked it up. And first of all, that game was like a transition point for my channel. Like, everybody loves Hollow Knight. I got so many new people coming out and they help you with that game, but you die so much in it. And I almost included that game because I think I did actually play it a little bit at the beginning of the year, but recently, probably within the last couple months, I found a game that's Hollow Knight, but wholesome. And so it's called Islets, and you play as this super cute little mouse. It's like basically a Hollow Knight clone. Um, but you got to go around. There was these 5 islands that were attached together. They got separated, and so you're trying to go around and activate these magnets to bring these little worlds back together, and they all have a very distinct feeling. You've got different monsters to go after, and it's large like Hollow Knight. You're uncovering all these worlds, but it's so wholesome and it's easier. So I realized after a while. So like I lead with my face. That's a problem that I have when I play games. Just get in and hit, and oh, I died because I was, my rubbing my face against this bad guy.
Yeah.
This game, what I really liked, and maybe it makes it easier, but the main bad guys that you would face, you could touch them without a problem. They just had attacks that would hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love that because I did not die nearly as much, which was great. And I have come across a lot of these games since playing Hollow Knight because I love the style, I love the art. By far, I played this and I'm like, this is one of the best games I've played this year. This was, I think, before we were even talking about doing the podcast. I was like, I love this game. Top game of the year for sure. Because, again, it's super cute. Mm-hmm. It's got great dialogue. It's got a good story. You have this stupid guy that's going around the whole time dogging you. His name's Snoot. And he's like, oh, I'm surprised you're here. I'm an amazing hero. Look, I just put these worlds back together. And you're like, that was literally me.
Yes, yes.
And you get to, like, the dialogue is great. Like I said, you get to meet some neat characters, and they'll kind of come back and forth throughout the game, and they'll help you out eventually. And eventually Snoot does pull a little bit of his weight. But for the most part, every time you see him, you just want to punch him in the face, if we're being honest.
I would say, real quickly, my experience with that game is a lot like Elden Ring. And you say much easier, but Hollow Knight has a smaller map than Elden Ring, and I was still extremely lost. I could not win any of my fights. It's a mini Elden Ring to me, but I love watching. I love the way it looks. It's such a beautiful game. I watched Keeper play it, and that's the only way I could do it because I tried. I just got so lost. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I love the way this looks. It feels fun. I like the combat system in it. It's a fun game. It's great. I just sucked at it, so I said I'm just gonna sit this one out and watch.
Absolutely. Like, again, like I got so lost, and very early on when I was playing Hollow Knight, I was like, okay, I just have to accept getting lost and dying a lot, and I will enjoy this game. And I did. But that's why I really like Islets, because it's so similar, but it's easier and it's cuter and it's more wholesome, and it's like it's less dark and gloomy, and it's more cheerful, which is nice. There is still some stuff I can do in this game, which is great. Like, there's a gate you can unlock if you collect X amount of something. I don't remember what it is. So I'm really excited to get to experience more of that game, but I wish it was longer. Like, Hollow Knight goes on forever and ever and ever. I would say this game is half that in terms of size. And so I wish there had been more, but I would love to see like a sequel someday. Like, while I'm waiting for the Hollow Knight sequel, Silksong, which apparently will eventually come out. I might be 80, but it will eventually come out. I would love to see more games like Islets and Hollow Knight and just more of Islets. Like, just phenomenal. If you liked Hollow Knight, or if you liked it and you thought it was hard, I would recommend this as a suitable alternative that won't make you want to stab yourself in the face.
It's a very difficult game. And it may not be to the level of difficulty as like an Elden Ring, but to me, they're 1A and 1B. They felt there's a lot of dying and very easy to get lost in both.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, something we could jump to that doesn't have a lot of dying. Actually, that's a lie. It has a lot of dying. That was a terrible segue. There's a lot of dying. Literally the end of the world.
Casually.
The Mass Effect trilogy is my number one. Have you played the Mass Effects, either the trilogy or the ones before?
I haven't, but I've seen people play it like years and years ago, and I watched you play it a little bit, for sure.
Oh my god. I love this game. I was wondering, like, what's the game this year that could beat Elden Ring as the best game of the year and all this stuff? And I was thinking, well, even on my list, I don't think I've ever played anything that beats Mass Effect. The Legend of Dragoon is special to my heart. It's one of my favorite games ever. But as far as a better game, I only speak for me. I haven't played like the OG Halos and The Last of Us and some of these other games that people have as the greatest games ever. Out of the catalog of games that I've played, I haven't played anything that I think is a better game than Mass Effect 2. I think it's the greatest game that I've ever played. I'm going to say the trilogy because I didn't buy them separate. I bought the remake trilogy, so I'm kind of cheating here. I'm going to leave one off because I don't think Mass Effect 1 was... hello, Blue! Mass Effect 1 was a good... It's a great game. It's not to the level of 2 and 3, and I also didn't play Mass Effect 1 this year. I played 2 and 3 this year out of that trilogy. And since they're part of the trilogy, I'll just put them both up there. I think Mass Effect 2 is better than 3, but oh man, it's so hard to even know where to start on this. The cast of characters is, oh my god, it's the best. You have all these different alien species, and you almost have like one of every one on your ship. There's so much going on in there, like almost like racism towards the aliens. Like there's one girl who's just almost like the one racist person you would know in your area that just like doesn't like a certain group of people. She's her just towards the aliens. And it is so weird. I ended up romancing that person. The chat was not happy with me for that.
Like, yeah, racist, that does it for me. Like, what the heck?
The hardcore religious racist on the game. But we did pick our chat options, and I disapproved of her actions. Okay. But it's fun. The fact that you can romance whoever you want in this game, from men, women, aliens, whatever you want. We're gonna replay the game in January. Well, next year. I'm not gonna say January for sure because we're also gonna be playing all the Resident Evils, Keeper's favorites, and the Mass Effects. And
just to cut you off there for a second, I did watch someone play Resident Evil Village recently, and while it would never be a game I play, it had like Lycans werewolves. Phenomenal story.
Mm-hmm. It is, and they didn't have. I don't know if they had zombies at all in that game. Did they?
I didn't see any.
Yeah, I don't think
so. Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna play all of those, and we're also gonna play the entire Mass Effect series. So we'll be doing like Resident Evil probably 1 through 2, and then maybe do Mass Effect 1, and then maybe do some more Resident Evil. So that's gonna be what next year looks like for the most part. But yeah, there's just so much. There's so much going on. The characters. One of the funny things I found out is Billie Eilish, the singer. Her mom voices one of the characters on the game. Do I remember?
Interesting.
I think it's Samara. I hope I'm not getting the name wrong. But Billie Eilish's mom is a video game voice actor, and she did Samara's voice in Mass Effect 2. Or it's not Samara, and I got that wrong, but I think it's Samara. I also like that choices matter in this game. They are crucial choices. Listen, I messed up one of the most important missions on Mass Effect 2, which I will not spoil. I think everybody knows about the suicide mission. It's exactly what it sounds like. I did one thing wrong. Mini spoiler. If this is really important to you, it's very very mini. It's part of the gameplay. It's not actually part of the story. But you have to upgrade your ship's defense. Stupid me. I don't know why I thought they would put that in there and it not be important. But I was like, oh, like, what's gonna attack the ship? Like, you don't shoot other ships. You land where you're gonna land and you get off and all the action takes place there. It's very important for the suicide mission. And people died because of me. We had the weakest defense system. But the choices they matter so much. And they put you in serious like choices where it's like, yo, this person's going to cause serious harm to something. And you can either stop him now but all these people that he has captured is going to die, or you can choose to rescue them, and now you got to worry about whether this person's going to do something later or not. And your options, they matter so much. I'm trying to talk around the spoilers part of this because I know a lot of people are just getting into Mass Effect because the trilogy remake came out, and I just got into it, so I'm trying to be respectful people who want to play it. But yeah, they matter. They matter so much. There's so many little things you can do, like going to different planets. I love to scan every planet, go to every planet, and do everything that there is to do because all the side stuff is fun. Every character you recruit, they have a personal story. That's a side mission, and you can go out there and do their little side mission. You learn so much about them. There's so much going on. Like the Krogan have a thing with another species. I think it's the Solarian, and the Solarian has like this thing going around spoilers. So, but they've done something to their group of people that's really messed up, like really messed up, and they're trying to fix it. And we're looking at the Solarian on our ship, like, why would y'all even do something like this? But they also have their points of like, well, they were like a really bad group of people at one point, and we were trying to stop that. And you're just like, oh yeah, but you may have went a little too far. Like, so there's all these different things, and you're trying to figure out whose side of this, and these are all side things. Now you can do the direct main missions and be done with the game, but I don't think you would enjoy it near as much. It's really meant for you to do all these other side things and learn all these different characters, and you'd really enjoy it. They have a codex that explains everything. I didn't read through the whole thing, but there's so much. If you want to learn about this species, you can go into your codex and it'll give you the whole history of them. It's amazing. I love Mass Effect so much.
Any cons for this game?
Cons. I don't want to talk about the first one because I didn't play it this year. I would say I know people who didn't like the voice acting. In my chat, they were kind of making jokes and laughing about the voice acting. I didn't think it was that bad. What other cons? Wow, I don't know. Maybe that's why it's my number one. I don't know if I have very many cons. I'm looking at my notes and I don't think I didn't even write any. I didn't even write any down.
Sometimes it is like that. Like, I find too, like, if you fall so much in love with a story, even if there are cons, they aren't cons for you because it doesn't matter at that point.
Yes. I know there's one cool part where, okay, so Mass Effect 2, you have your little group for the suicide mission. In Mass Effect 3, these people come back and you're throwing this house party. Mass Effect 3 does this thing where it goes into a different direction, but it's a really good direction. It's one of the best things that they've done. And you have this moment where he throws this house party, and before they go out into their main mission on Mass Effect 3 to try to stop the world from going down. And you have all these characters, if you kept them alive. I had a few that were missing in mine.
You're like, it wasn't a party, it was just a hangout.
Yes. But you have all these characters, and they're in here hanging out, and they're talking. You can walk up and have dialogue conversations with all of them. You can tire out dialogue throughout this entire thing. The girl that we dated in the first one, we cheated on her on the second, and look, I'm not proud of it. She showed up in 3, and we were like, oh no, she's still alive, and she's not happy, but she remembers everything, so every choice matters. And we had a thing where we were trying to work out what we were gonna do, and I chose to end it and be with the girl that we cheated with. This is terrible.
Married a racist, cheated on your girlfriend.
Well, we cheated on the racist. I think, maybe.
But that was her karma.
Yes. She has this conversation of like, well, maybe I should just leave, but we're still like, no, you should still be a part of the group. Like, we still like you. So she's at the house party, but she's kind of have her thing now with another guy. And like, you walk up and have the dialogue, and like I said, everything matters. So she's talking, and they're like, yo, are you okay with this? Everything's fine? Yeah, have a blast. I don't care. Like every option matters. They remember everything. The dialogue is going to be based on the way that you talk to people and the options that you pick throughout the series. Things you do in 1 and 2 affect 3. Things you did in 1 affect 2. Everything comes back. So even if you didn't feel the effect of whatever you did in that one game, you probably gonna feel it later, and it may be really bad. So yeah, I don't want to get into too much spoilers or anything like that. But Mass Effect 2 and 3, specifically 2, great games.
Awesome. Yeah, it sounds like, I love a game with a good story. And for me, that's usually a cute gameplay and good story. And if you've got both of them, I'm obsessed. And that kind of leads into my last game here, which is a game I played called Evan's Remains. And it's just like a 2D platformer puzzle game. not something I would normally play. I'd seen it all the time on Steam, and I was like, it's kind of cute. Like the little like header would always get my attention. And finally, I think it went on sale. I probably put it on my wish list and it went on sale. I was like, let's buy it. I played it in the summer where, if you know, like I was working remotely, so I was streaming off Starlink. So the capacity of the games that I could play was very diminished. So I was trying to play very simple games. And so I was like, no time better than now to try out this game. And I was completely blown away by it. It's not a complicated game. It's a side scroller, you do puzzles, you have dialogue. And I will say one of my negatives for this game was how much dialogue there was. Like I think if I wasn't streaming it would have been different, but because you got to sit there and you got to read it.
Yes.
I was like, it would drag, and I'm like, I don't want to keep reading this. But as you get towards the end of the game, and obviously I don't want to have any spoilers because plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, the dialogue picked up and it wasn't as big of an issue. And so I think that was what they did for pacing. But I distinctly remember multiple times playing this game going, oh my God, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Or like being like, oh, I know what's going to happen. And then there's a twist. And then you're like, wow, that was an insane twist. And then there's another twist. And it like just kept coming at you. And I was like, and it became one of those games that I immediately was like, everybody needs to play this. It's relatively cheap. It's relatively simple. Like, again, just 2D platformers. Basically the concept, you are like a secret agent kind of at this organization. And this guy has gone missing on this island. And you've been sent to go find him because he specifically asked for you to come find him. So then you go to this island and you're trying to figure out what happened to this ancient society, why they aren't there anymore. And you're also trying to track down this guy named Evan as you go along. And then you meet other people. And just, like I said, I was absolutely blown away by the story. Like, I don't know.
When you sent your list over, I was like, this looks very interesting. This is the first I've heard of it, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like, again, it was something that like I'd seen that picture a million times, like cute little 2D pixel art kind of thing. And then I was like, finally decided, let's just play it. And blah. Like, I don't want to spoil it because I really think if anybody wants to play this, they should try it because the way the story ramps up and you're like, the game with the mystery island, yes, Blue remembers, right? Like the way that it goes, and like, because you only get so much information that you need as you go along, but you start to question things like, why am I here? Why is this person here? What's the relation? You see like some flashbacks as well with other characters, and so you're trying to like unravel this story, and like you think you got it and you don't got it.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
You're right. Yeah, but I seriously recommend it. Again, it's another one of those cheap indie games that like I love to play, but I wish there had been more of it for sure. But I think it was done very well regardless. I just wish I could play it again for the first time. I don't know if you've ever had games like that where you're like, this is so good. I wish I could play it with, well, you have a terrible memory, so you can probably do that. Unfortunately, I can't.
Yeah. I'm about to play the Mass Effect series, and this will be the fourth time that I played Mass Effect 1, and I'm probably gonna be like, oh wow, this feels like I've never done this before.
Right.
But when I seen your list and I seen just the cover art of that, I was like, I've never heard of this, but this has Keeper written in big letters across it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm excited to check that out. And actually, part of the reason I wanted to do this top 5 games was to get the games from the people in the chat and through the social medias, because there's games I want to get into. And with your 5, I've already gotten quite a few in here that it's just like, okay, I'm thinking about adding these to the list of games that I want to try out, including this one and the Sackboy. I almost forgot again. I keep wanting to say Bag Boy, Sackboy. I want to add those two into that list, along with Minecraft. I've been thinking about Minecraft for a little bit, but I think that'd be something fun that me and some of the members of my community can play from time to time.
Oh, absolutely.
But, yeah, I want to get into some new games, and these, I mean, you convinced me. These sound exciting. All right, well, let's jump into. Did you want to add anything else to our 5? Was there anything in there? Any side notes you wanted to add or anything?
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty good. Like I last night. Okay, I'm so extra. After I sent you those pictures, I was like, I need to be more prepared after we talked. And so I like put all the pictures in a Word doc and I typed out everything about them so I'd hopefully not forget them.
I did the same thing. What's funny is for the people watching, I literally have this because of my memory. Nice. I had the composition note up against the screen and looking at my notes because I'm like, I know I'm going to forget things.
Yeah, I do. So does that mean it's quiz time now?
It is. And I just want to say before we jump to the quiz, I like our list. I think we did good. I think we put 10 great games out there. 9. A lot of people are probably going to cross Elden Ring out because of the struggle. Well, 8. I think you should probably cross out Hollow Knight too.
I mean, technically, Hollow Knight wasn't my game. It was Islets, which is the wholesome, easier version of Hollow Knight. So, you know, there's that.
No, they're both great games. And people should definitely check all 10 of those out. They are amazing games. And for everybody who contributed in the chat and through the socials, I think also put up great games. Soup, I don't know about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I'm just picking. But let's jump over to our quiz. We are now going to play Who Wants to Be a Real Gamer? And we're going to test Keeper's gaming skills.
Hashtag fake gamer girl.
Yes. Hashtag fake gamer girl. There are 10 questions here. How many of these do you think you're going to get right?
3.
Okay. All right. Let's see if Keeper... I got more faith in you. I'm going to say you get more than 3 right.
Okay. I do like to underpromise and overdeliver those, so...
All right. Let's do it. You got this. Okay. And for the chat, I am looking at my phone because my quiz is written on my notes. So I came up with these little questions myself. Hopefully, if y'all choose to fact check me, that my facts are right. All right. This is what I know for sure. I almost just read the title of the quiz. Name 4 characters you can play in a Super Smash Brothers game.
Oh shoot. Kirby.
Okay.
Star Fox.
I like it.
Mario.
I was hoping you didn't forget the easiest.
I was like, he is in them right, and Link.
And Link. All right, nice. I was hoping you kind of went with the easier ones because, like, I don't know that I know everybody that's in a Super Smash.
Fair enough. Yeah, I know there's like a ton others, but I was like, Kirby. I mean, it's so cheap. I don't play a lot of Super Smash Bros, but I always play as Kirby because you got that little float action, which makes life a little easier.
Oh, speaking of top 5, going back to the top 5 really quick. I didn't play that Kirby game, but I watched you get to play a little bit of it, and that game looked really fun.
So good. The final boss, though, that was painful until I finally figured out the pattern, but it was like a solid hour at least of trying to get through this guy.
Thank you to the chat. The chat is keeping up with how many you get right. So
excellent.
It'll either be really good that they're keeping up with it, and they're gonna be like, yeah, she's got like 8, 9, or 10 of them right, or it's gonna be like, yeah, you only got 1.
You know, Blue's here, and Blue might be like, she got 12 out of 10. I don't know what's wrong with the
quiz. No cheating, Blue. All right. Dart, Rose, Lloyd, and Shauna are characters from what video game? Final Fantasy?
Is it
Oh. No, you got a list.
It's good.
Final Fantasy X, Persona 4, Legend of Dragoon, or Dragon Quest?
Can you give me the names again?
Dart, Rose, Lloyd, and Shauna. Do you need the games again?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy X. Legend of Dragoon. Dragon Quest. Persona 4.
I'm going to go with Persona.
You're going to go with Persona?
Yeah, it's probably wrong.
It was the Legend of Dragoon.
Should have gone. That was like a red herring there.
I thought maybe I wanted it to be difficult. I want the quiz. Yeah. The purpose of the quiz is for Keeper to fail. That's number 1. Number 2, I did think though, I was like, as much as I talk about Legend of Dragoon, she may just guess that off of that I'm the only person who talks about it.
It was the name Lloyd. Okay, so this was the train of thought. So there's this game called Tales of Symphonia where the main character's name is Floyd, I'm pretty sure. And someone I know played that game and also played Persona games. And so I was like, Lloyd, Floyd, makes sense.
They're probably brothers.
Probably.
Nice shot. I give her a 0.3 point. I like it. The most sold console of all time: the GameCube, the Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, or my personal favorite, the Super Anthony Streams console.
What's that?
Which one do you think sold the most units?
So it was, sorry, GameCube, PlayStation 2, or
Xbox 360
360.
or the Super Anthony Streams console.
Yeah, that's not okay. Sure. I'm gonna go with PlayStation 2. No, I'm wrong.
With 155 million units sold, you are correct with the PlayStation 2.
Oh, that's why you look disappointed.
You need to fail this. Why didn't she pick the Super Anthony Streams console?
I was like, your stream setup would be better if you had sold more copies.
Wow, now she's look, first she said she would kill us in a zombie apocalypse, and now she's making fun of my stream setup.
People think Canadians are so nice.
I know, right?
We're savage.
What is happening here? It's all that free healthcare you got.
Yeah.
Which one of these games is not a real game? Def Jam Fight for New York, Mama Bear, Gigantosaurus, Hades.
I know Hades definitely is one because I've played it. It's great.
Do you need the other three again?
I don't need the first one again. Then there's Mama Bear. What was the third one?
Gigantosaurus.
Feels like that's got vibes like Sharknado, right? Like and the first one was something Fight for New York.
Def Jam Fight for New York.
I feel like that's like an 80s style game. I'm gonna go with Mama Bear.
That was good. You were wrong in the sense that Def Jam Fight for New York is not an 80s game. It's actually early 2000s. I want to say 2004. It's actually the fighting game with all the hip hop rappers, and it had a story mode. And it's amazing. Like, it's a lot of fun. It's all the rappers, right? It has an amazing soundtrack. You just have all these like gangster rappers that I grew up listening to, and they just fight. Like, it's like almost like a Street Fighter, but it's not even close to a Street Fighter, but it's cool. They have wrestling styles. They have mixed martial arts style. Such a fun game. Gigantosaurus, I have no idea what it is. I was looking through my PlayStation store and it was in there. I was like, this sounds like it'd be fake. I'm going to throw it on the list.
The fact that it was like such a ridiculous name was what led me to believe that it was a real game.
I love that the chat is making fun of the Super Anthony Streams console. It has a long ass name, and that's why it didn't sell good. Thank you guys a lot.
They will be eating their words one day when you create the Anthony Streams video game console system. Make the name longer.
Yes. And Blue says you have got 3 out of 10 questions right. So let's move on.
That's what I promised.
You're there.
Coast. Yep.
Question 5. Kirby first appeared in the 1990 Nintendo game Wrath of Black Manta. True or false?
So I know that this year Kirby celebrated its 30th year. So that would have been the anniversary of his first original game. So
is that where he first appeared?
Taking that information, I'm going to say it's false.
Dang it! I tried to steer her off track and she didn't go for it. No, the Wrath of Black Manta is apparently a real game. I didn't know about this. It's probably something nobody played. I looked up Nintendo games in 1990 and it looked like one that I figured nobody would know. But it is a real game. Came out in 1990. Looks like it's about a ninja. But yeah, Kirby was not in that game. So
the only reason that I know that information too, because when I was playing Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, I think I'd like Googled the soundtrack or something, and I saw that, and then I remember telling a streamer like, "Oh, this is the 30th anniversary," and he was like, "No, you're wrong." And so I Googled again. I'm like, "No, I'm right," but I didn't say anything. But I was like, #real gamer.
Yeah, #real gamer. Yeah, you're exactly right, because that the Kirby game that you're talking about came out in 1992. That'd be 30 years from now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If Soldier Boy can make game systems, anybody can. Yeah, Soldier Boy did have a game system.
Oh, what was it
Um,
called? The Soldier Boy, and it was like handheld like a Game Boy. Like,
I don't remember, but I remember it being a lawsuit thing because he got sued by either Nintendo or Sega. I don't remember how that lawsuit went, but there was a real lawsuit about that. I don't remember how it turned out. Okay, Logic, the Grammy-nominated rapper, voice acted in a video game. Which one was it? You can tell how hard I'm trying to get her to lose this because I threw in so many rap questions, and she's still not losing. It did not work. The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Halo Infinite, or Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge?
shoot, my first thought would be like a GTA game. Um, so
Yeah, you were close. Well, not close
I
in game wise, but I almost did that because there's a lot of rappers in GTA games.
yeah. Um, sorry, can I get the games again?
Yeah. He voice acted in which one of these video games? The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Halo Infinite, Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
I'm gonna go The Last of Us.
Wow. That's right. The Last of Us Part 2. He voice acted. Looked like a bit. I never played it. I went to fact check it. So I went to YouTube to see the scenes he was in. And yeah, he played
Yeah.
looked like a not so good guy.
Mm.
Nice. She is on a roll. I will never pick. I think Keeper listens to rap and more than she tells us. Because she's not losing here. Okay. In the
I'm
legend,
just really good with random trivia.
she really did study everything last night.
Is there a question about the Titanic?
Okay, so I guess we got to give people context of what's going
Context.
on. We were setting up our situation last night to make sure everything was right, and I told her about the quiz, and she was like, "I'm going to go study for it." I'm like, "How do you know what you're going to study?" She's like, "I'm going to study for everything," and it looks like she really did. She just studied the encyclopedia and the encyclopedia of rap. All right, question 7. In The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, what is the fairy's name? Navel, Navy, Nav, or Navi?
Navi.
Oh my god, that one was easy, huh? You played Ocarina of Time?
I have, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up on Legend of Zelda games, so.
What's funny is I tried to do that one and the Super Smash Brothers because I was like, I'm gonna make this quiz super hard, but I'm gonna give her 2 that should be pretty easy. But you smashed the hard ones. All right.
We're going downhill from here, though. I can feel it.
Question 8. Name 4 GTA games.
Okay. Can I? Is it as simple as like GTA 1, GTA 2, GTA 3, GTA 4?
There you go. You did it.
I was like, I don't know if they have like actual titles.
They have a GTA San Andreas, which is my personal favorite, and also
Yeah,
GTA Vice City, Liberty Stories, different ones.
Okay.
But yeah, you made it much easier than it had to be. All right, question 9. You've already passed this test by so much. Blue says you're at 6.
And I think the last one was 7.
Okay, yeah, so 7 out of 10. All right, question 9. Jess, Samantha, Josh, Matthew. I'll say them one more time. Jess, Samantha, Josh, and Matthew are all characters from which horror game? Resident Evil 3 Remake, Until Dawn, Silent Hill 2, or Little Nightmares?
I know it's not Little Nightmares because I just played that one. I honestly don't think it's Resident Evil. And I'm just going to go because you recently played Until Dawn. I'm going to guess it's Until Dawn.
Dang it!
Turns out I studied my Anthony trivia too.
She is a real gamer. Yeah, the Anthony trivia. She has gone through all my socials and watched every Twitch stream I have ever done. All right, final question, and there's no way you can get this wrong. So you have passed this quiz with flying colors. What is your favorite game of your childhood?
Of my childhood. You know what? It's a game that I love and I used to play so much, obscenely much, I would close my eyes and see it. Tetris.
You are wrong. She gets question 10 wrong. I know what her favorite childhood game. It was not that. I did my research. I called family members, and it doesn't matter. You didn't get it right. I called family members and friends. I got the real answer. She got it wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
So did I only get the second question wrong? Is that correct?
8 out of 10.
8, but I think I got all but the first one.
Let me see. You got the Legend Dragoon one wrong, and you got... No, you're right. I think that's the only one. You got the Super Smash Brothers. You got the PlayStation 2. You got Mama Bear. You got the True or False question. You got The Last of Us. You got Navi. And you got Until Dawn. Yeah, you got all but one. Nice, the Legend Dragoon. You could have scored a perfect. I really thought that would have been one of the ones that was a little easier because, like, I'm the only person who knows the Legend Dragoon outside of
that's
me talking about
right? It's like I would never. I'd be like, that seems like you'd throw that one out there just because like you've talked about it so much.
Oh, I see. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is a podcast. I like it. Fun. Our first episode of Gaming N Waffles. What's left of my waffles is cold.
Yep.
The little bit of my coffee cup is a little cold too. But we had a good time. I know Mickey got to make some. Mickey also says GTA Biker is a game. GTA Balling of Gay Tony. GTA Chinatown is some of the names. I haven't heard of any of those. I know San Andreas, Vice City, Liberty City Stories, and of course all the numbered. I did not know any of those existed. But...
Well, I know. It's like, is it that easy that I can just say the number?
Have you ever played a GTA game? Ever?
No.
Okay. I've never played 1 or 2. I started with 3 and gone up from there. They're pretty good.
I remember I played a little bit of Saints Row, which I feel like is like similar vibes, like back when it first came out, but never in GTA.
Saints Row 2 was the only one I've ever played out of the Saints Row. But nice. Well, that is our first episode of Gaming N Waffles. If you're listening to this on audio, this is the end of the podcast. If you're watching on stream or YouTube, you're going to get some bonus content. So make sure you go over there to Anthony Streams on YouTube with 1 Z. Anthony Streams, no S, just 1 Z, because I'm cool. I'm the cool guy.
Because I'm cool. I like how you had to specify that. Guys, I'm cool.
No, I just had to make my name a little harder to recognize with others. There might be another Anthony Streams with an S. I had to stand out. We're going to take a... do you want to do a 5-minute break, or do you think you need 10?
Yeah. No, 5's totally good for me.
5? Okay, let's take a 5-minute break. We'll be back at 2:05, and we're going to play some Fall Guys. So if you're not on the YouTube or the Twitch, make sure you go check that out. And we'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.
Do you like this? He's just like, here's my chair. I mean, I think like some people really like watching just straight up chair content, but he's left me here to entertain. Oh, he's back. Shh.
Were you gonna sing for them?
No, I was making fun of you.
Oh, well, that's always fun. They do that all the time.
Yeah.
Throughout our Walking Dead, all they do is harass me about every decision that I make.
Oh, that's rough. Your game is just like, nah.
I need to be on game capture. Trying to bring up Elden Ring. We don't want that.
You're like, surprise, we're playing Elden Ring.
I don't want that stress today. It's Sunday. I just want to relax. I don't want Elden Ring problems.
Just some good times.
Okay, let's see if I remember how to. It feels like it got tricky with inviting people on here now.
Yeah, so you just go down to open party at the bottom right or left there.
Okay, I think one is sent. Possibly.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Accept. Look at
nice.
That. Woohoo. I almost dressed up as a crocodile before you showed up.
The Croc Crew that we've only done one time.
It was glorious, though. We got a crown. That's what matters.
we need Azurite. We can do the Croc Crew back.
Do you want to do solo show or do you want to do like squads?
What did I Oh, are we in solo?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we'll run one solo and we'll switch
Okay.
the squads. I didn't know. I just assumed it was in squad.
No, you can like. It's weird that you can like both play solo, but then one person gets out and you just sit there and wait. But it's a thing.
So awkward. That is such a weird thing to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's see how rusty our skills are. I did play Friday, like I said, but it was not great.
I haven't played. I'm thinking the last time I played was with you.
I'm sure it'll be fine then.
It won't. It's never fine.
Right. I know. I remember when I first started playing Fall Guys, I was trash. I could not get through the first round, like at all. At all, at all. And it wasn't. And then eventually I started to get through the first round regularly. And then I could make it through the second round. And like it took so long to like get to the point where I was half decent at this game.
And then they change the maps when you get good.
Right.
Like,
but at least like sorry, I was gonna say like at least you get like some skills.
Oh yeah,
Hopefully.
I'm the king of the jump and with the jump and when you hit square, jump and dive.
Oh yeah.
I use it for everything. It's like a cheat code. I say that as I'm currently getting destroyed.
Ah! I just met a rhinoceros.
Oh yeah,
he didn't like me.
Oh, must be a you thing.
I would have come in first had that not happened.
sounds like something I say in Elden Ring.
No, everything's going terribly wrong.
See?
Nope. Why are you grabbing me? This guy is grabbing me. Again, con of this game. People that grab you. Okay, I'm in.
Oh, yeah. That's probably the one thing that just really irritates me about Fall Guys.
It's so funny, too, because like I'll try to grab people, but I am so ineffective that it just goes terribly wrong.
It does not work.
No. Okay. Well, we both qualified, so that's a good start.
Alright, it's like riding a bike. It's coming back.
Good. Yeah, I would have been first if that rhino hadn't yeeted me off the course. So mad about it.
Gotta love the rhinos.
Yeah. Alright. What course are we up to now? That is the question. Unless, okay, so sometimes if you get with a good team, then it really balances out your lack of play.
I hate the jump through the rings. I hate those.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Hoopsie daisy.
Yeah, I never win in those. Yeah.
I occasionally pull my weight if I'm in a squad, but usually not.
9 times out of 10, I don't.
Right. I played soccer with a crew of 3 other people. They were all in voice chat together, and I was just like, nah, I'm good. But we had we had soccer as the final, and I scored both goals, and we won. So,
wow.
Sometimes I can pull my weight real good.
Through my entire Fall Guys experience, I've only kicked the soccer into the net one time. I was so proud.
And you're like, and then I realized it was my own net.
I've never personally kicked it into my own net, but I've been on a team where they did. I was like, what are y'all doing? You know you're going the wrong way?
I think there have been times when I've been playing like a team thing and I'm like, oh my god, we're doing so amazing. And then I realized towards the end that I was looking at the wrong team color. And we were actually in dead last the whole time.
That is great.
No.
The one that I did mess up on was the basketball. I have definitely shot the basketball into the wrong net a bunch of times. That one's kind of confusing.
Oh no, there's a fan. Why is there a fan? Go.
I got paranoid up here because I thought those things were gonna like shoot a fist out, but they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
move. I was standing there for the longest, like, you're not gonna get me.
And then it got you.
It doesn't come out. I got hit by the stupid thing you jump
Hammers.
on and springs you.
Oh, yeah. Got this. Watch out for the fan.
Oh, I didn't even see the fan. No! I'm out.
I warned you.
I know. You know what? It's okay. We'll get him next time. Or I will. You're still in.
Do you want me to just back out, or do you want to just spectate? Okay.
We'll spectate.
Okay.
Don't let me stop you from getting your crown.
I don't think I'll be getting a crown. Solo crowns are very hard to come across.
You got one crown in the quiz today, and you can get another one here on Fall Guys.
All right.
Now you set the record of 9 out of 10. I wonder if anybody will ever beat that.
Yeah. I mean, I think they probably could. So, like, I'm really good at trivia questions because I just logic my way to answers if I don't know the answer. So, and for some reason, the logic one with The Last of Us, I'm like, I feel like I heard that somewhere.
Really? I just found out today.
Yeah. So, like, I consume a lot of information, and apparently I remember a lot of it.
I like it. That's really cool information. I was literally purposely trying to throw you off. I put rappers who voice acted in video games, and a lot of it was coming up as Grand Theft Auto. I was like, no, that's too easy. And I seen Logic had done The Last of Us. I was like, got her right here.
Never. But like I said, like what's the game that you love? Dragoon?
Yeah, Legend Dragoon.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like that's too obvious.
You thought it was a setup.
Yeah, because it's like you've been talking about this game like all day. Like that seems like it's too much.
All day? Try my entire life.
Okay. Since we got on the podcast,
we'll be talking about, oh man, I wonder what we're having for lunch at work. Like, I wonder what's going on with a Legend of Dragoon remake.
Oh, there's a remake coming out?
I wish. Every year I wait for the news. The PlayStation stuff every year where they give their big announcements, I'm just like, please, Legend of Dragoon.
Please, let this be the year. So, okay, not related to video games, but there's this TV show that I've watched. It's called Gallivant, and it's like a medieval musical that knows it's a TV show, so it's freaking hilarious. Like, they got a second season, and the second season, the first song is wow, basically like, wow, I can't believe we got renewed for a second season. Like, that's what the song says. If I ever got like stupid rich, like don't know what to do with my money rich, I would be like, I am going to fund a third season of this, please.
Yes. Keeper brings it back. That's what we would need.
Right? So, like, for you, if you got, like, stupid rich, would yours be The Legend of Dragoon? Would that be, like, what you'd want to...
Oh, my God. First of all, we would have a movie, we would have a Netflix series, and we would have a remake.
Nice.
And then a part 2, and a part 3, and a part 4. The Legend of Dragoon content would never stop.
Right? It's like, your financial advisor, like, you are hemorrhaging money here, and you're like, more!
I would go to competition with Twitch streaming and YouTube streaming with a Legend of Dragoon streaming platform where everybody just streams the Legend of Dragoon.
And don't forget your Anthony streaming or gaming console.
Yes, on the Super Anthony Streams console. It would be only on that. It'd be console exclusive.
Yeah, absolutely. So that would kill the sales for sure.
You're not getting that on Xbox Game Pass.
And people are like, we don't want it.
Yeah.
You just see the headlines, billionaire goes bankrupt.
Yes, oh my God. You can never give me that kind of money. I would definitely go bankrupt.
Yeah, I think like the rule of thumb, if you ever like get that much money, it's like take whatever amount that you need to survive and then invest the rest and just live off the earnings. Like, make your big purchases.
Yes.
Initially, like a house and this and that, and then keep aside X amount and then just invest everything else and make your money work for you.
Exactly. Hi, it's Salty. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate you. Welcome in.
Hey, it's Salty. Salty's also a Canadian.
Wait, you know Salty?
I do know Salty.
Oh, okay. I thought you... I was like, wait, where's the joke? I don't get it.
We're not going to win this, just so you know.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I've already lost. We're in solo mode.
True, but there's usually not much hope.
I don't know. You're doing pretty good right now.
Well, so far. I'm about to run out of real estate, though.
You like your expectations low so you can over-deliver.
Yes. Oh, no! Aye!
It's going to be a hard thing to have to deliver now.
Oh, yeah. I honestly, so like I was saying earlier when I was talking about Fall Guys, like, it's gotten to the point where I'm good enough that I expect to get into the final, so I'm a little bummed out if I don't. But I'm not good enough to win on a regular basis.
I like it. It's reasonable expectations.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I mean, you're down to the bottom 4.
Yes.
I feel like I should just ESPN analyze this.
Oh, yeah, it's cast.
I couldn't do that.
Bro, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I see what you're trying to do and I don't like it.
Come on, you got this. They're all right there. No! Oh, wait, you're still in. Oh, this is too good.
There's still one more left that I think is higher up, unfortunately.
Really? Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, because there's still 2 that need to get eliminated. Stress. No!
Oh, so close.
I made a bad move. Oh well. You know, that's a pretty good start, right?
Yes, it was amazing.
Oh.
You did great.
I think so like what happened is I like dived and then I kind of fell off the side, and if that hadn't happened, I would have won. If I hadn't lost, I would have won.
Yeah, right? I know. There's something if I didn't lose in the second round, I would have been there with you.
Absolutely. You would have taken the crown.
All right.
One of those games of what ifs.
Duos.
I'm on my way. I've just got to get through these screens. I'm at level 74 for the season, so we're doing pretty all right. All right, duos. Perfect. Are you ever going to change your Epic name so it matches your stream name?
I did try to change it. It won't do it. I don't know if it's because I started on PlayStation. But I changed my PlayStation name also, and it's not changing. It's kind of a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to change the skin. I know that much.
I was wondering if you were going to mention Kenna and Bridge of Spirits for one of your games of the year.
If I played it this year, it definitely would have been in there.
I was like, I know I've seen him play it. I just didn't know when in the time frame of things it was.
Oh yeah, it would have been around that Elden Ring area, maybe 2 or 3. As of right now, I don't know if I would put it over Elden Ring. I'm not sure, but it'd be either 2 or 3 behind Mass Effect.
Nice. Yeah, I have like this stream journal, where I keep a record of like games I've played and stuff. So like I was going through this and like trying to like figure out what games I wanted to talk about.
That is so cool.
So I was going through it, but like after we talked last night, right? Like I added, but I couldn't remember what the 5th one was, and I was looking through that, and I'm like, what one was it? It was Evan's Remains that I completely forgot about. Fortunately, I talked to somebody about it. I was like, is there any chance you remember what my favorite game was?
Oh my god. I can only laugh because that's me in life. Like, can you remember whatever it was I was supposed to do?
Right?
When I seen the name of that game, I was wondering if it was like a spin-off or related to What Remains of Edith Finch.
Oh yeah.
Which was also really good, and I played that this year. Really good game. Keeper's favorite game is League of Legends. When she said her favorite childhood game was, well, that wouldn't make sense because League of Legends wasn't out. Never mind, joke around. Keeper had League of Legends before everybody.
Right, I'm actually the creator of it. Yeah, I've never actually played League of Legends at all.
Me neither, but they have an amazing show on Netflix. That animated show. Oh, what is that called?
Hey, good job.
I can't think of it. I think you would really like it. It's an animated show on Netflix about the League of Legends. And it's really, really, really good. Super beautiful animated series.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. Like, I just can't remember the name either, but I remember it was huge.
It's really good.
Yeah, but Tetris is definitely like my game. I would, especially when I got my DS, I would lay in bed. I should be going to sleep. I'd be laying in bed and like playing endless and just like seeing how far I could go. Oh, Arcane. There we go.
Arcane, that is it. Yep, that's it, Salty. Arcane.
Also, like, this isn't a video game, but Bop It Extreme, I was amazing at.
I never had it, but I love the commercials.
I got it, and it's like, it actually has a headphone jack in it. So again, I would lay in bed at night when I should be getting to sleep, but like terrible insomnia, just playing Bop It Extreme. I want to get one so I can play it on stream.
That would be fun. That's the whole little pop it.
Yeah. Pop it, twist it, pull it.
Yep. I never had one, but I do remember that being a big thing. I used to love watching the commercials, and I wanted one so bad.
You know what? I really want it, but I never got growing up a Skip It.
Oh yeah, I never had one either.
Yeah, they were so cool.
I don't think we ever had very much of anything that was like on the little commercials that you can call. I know you could get those in stores too, but anything that had like a little commercial thing like that, we never really had.
Well, you know you're an adult now with your own money, so
Just go back and do it now.
the next stream you're just playing Bop It.
Yes, everything that I've ever wanted that I never had.
Yeah. Childhood nostalgia stream.
My mom was always just like, "Here's some wrestling toys. Shut up and leave me alone." I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
That's not a bad thing.
No, I loved it.
Oh shoot, I just fell off.
You know, I will say my mom, she was so good at finding action figures. We were going through this the other day, just going through Google, and I was showing my friends some of the toys we had. I'd find the exact ones, and I had a Dart, the main character for Legend of Dragoon. She found an action figure of that I had when I was a kid. I had Tyrant and let's say Clementine. Tyrant and the red jacket in Resident Evil. What is her name? I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. Claire Redfield. I had a Tyrant, which was a monster in Resident Evil, Claire Redfield, and Jill Valentine. I had their action figures. I had some Mortal Kombat action figures. Like, she found some really cool gaming action figures that I wish to this day that I still had.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I know,
dark,
like I had some Barbie stuff when I was little. Like, I had a Barbie cruise ship that had a like blender on the front of it, which I don't know why you would give a child like a kind of functioning blender, but you know, it was what it was.
Yeah. Different times.
Right. And then I had this really cool like Barbie house, but it would like fold up into a suitcase, and then you just like unfold it out and like fold everything out, and then you'd have this beautiful Barbie house.
Yeah.
I loved it. Wish I still had those things.
Yeah, man, imagine just having some of those cool things and how much they're worth now. So I was looking, I said a Dart action figure from Legend Dragoon, but it was actually Rose. And I wanted to get it back, and I was going through Amazon and things like that. People want almost $200, $300 for it. I'm like, damn.
See, like, that's the thing, too, with, like, Bop It Extreme. Like, you can get regular Bop It still, but Bop It Extreme you can't.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, it's, like, $200. And I'm like, how badly do I want this?
Pokemon cards, I had so many. I mean, I don't know what they're worth, but we had so many holographic Charizards and things. And one day, my mom was like, "Are y'all done with these?" We were like, "Yeah, we don't need them." And she just threw them all in a trash bag and just dumped them out. And today, I'm just like, why did we do that?
Fair enough. I played this level in an event they were having called Clan of Yeetus, and it had all these hammers. Makes this level much better.
I suck at this level, so this might be...
Oh, yeah. I suck at this level, too. That's why the hammers were great.
I just feel like all these little jelly bean guys are just so stressed out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what if it's
Like,
so much darker than what we think it is? Like, it's like, what's the game or not game, movie that came from a book? The Mocking. What is
oh,
that?
Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's Hunger Games. There we go. It's like the Hunger Games.
I read the Hunger Games books, and honestly, I don't think it needed to be a trilogy.
I actually don't know anything about it other than it's so dark. I never watched the movies or read them or anything. I'm definitely not gonna make it out of here.
Get to the fan. Oh, I got to the fan, but then I fell off. I have a feeling we're not going to qualify here.
No, they keep moving this damn thing I'm trying to get on.
No! There was another fan. Not a fan.
Ah, jumping and diving on the fan don't help at all.
No. Well, I'm gonna make it, but I don't think we're gonna get enough points.
I'm right behind you.
Oh, Mickey, the phone is 1%. I could never. That would cause me such anxiety. So I just got a new phone, which is great because the issue with my old phone was like I'd have to charge it like 4 times a day to get it to the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's so nice now that I don't have to do that. But my mom's boyfriend, if it gets down to like 70%, he's like, I'd better plug it in. And I'm like, you are killing your battery doing that. Trying to explain, he's like, no, must be plugged in.
My phone is usually always almost
dead.
dead.
Yeah, back out, back out, back out.
Oh yes, I'm bad about that.
Yeah. I vlog, if you might know, and I have like 4 extra batteries for my GoPro because I'm so bad at being like, whoops, that's dead.
Yeah, I would imagine you got a lot of things you got to keep charged for them vlogs.
Yeah, I just have my GoPro charger plugged in because I have the 4 batteries now. Speaking of, I have a dead battery. As soon as one of them is dead, I just plug it in right away and swap. Like, because I could never need at least 2 batteries if you're going to vlog, because otherwise you have to wait like an hour or 2 for it to charge, and then you're not getting footage, and yeah.
Well, what do you enjoy more when it comes to like doing your YouTube stuff? Do you prefer like the little, I guess like from your like the edits from your streams, or do you like doing the vlogs more?
I think they're just so completely different that it's hard to compare them. Like, I like the clips because the clips are often me failing and they're hilarious, or getting terrified and they're hilarious.
Agreed.
Whereas vlogs are just kind of like my day-to-day life. So like sometimes for me, like I'll do like a time lapse of me sitting at my computer editing because I do that a lot. And then I'm like, well, I can't record that, 4 days later because people just saw it 4 days ago.
Yeah, for sure.
But what I really love, of course, I picked the like only one that didn't go. What I really love about vlogging is being able to go back to the vlogs later and see what I did in the certain month or a certain time or whatnot.
Yeah, the vlog thing is really cool. It's almost like or maybe is a video journal in a way.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So, like, and one year was, I think it was for 2019? Yeah. So for my vlogs for 2020, I think maybe it's 2019, whatever. Anyways, I took some footage from the same month from the previous year, and I made intros for every single month that was slightly different. So it was nice because I got to like flex my my editing chops. We did not qualify.
No. Sure.
So I got to like try out different styles of editing and stuff, and I also got to relive like the travel that I did. Like, I had gone to Paris in like January of that year, so I could like pull clips from that, and it was really cool. So it was neat. I'd love to do that again, but it's just so much time and effort to go back, and it's like you're spending like 4 to 6 hours creating like a 10-second clip.
Yeah. Yes. There is so much that go into editing that people don't realize.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You didn't back out.
Well, that's because I always think I'm a winner. I thought I won. I just assumed I won. I usually do.
But yeah, no, like, I mean, that's one thing I like about vlogs is I know some people get like really fancy with their vlogs, but I'm just kind of like point A to point B, get it done, throw in a couple fun things, add some music. But I kind of like with the clips because you can be a little bit more creative, like, oh, something stupid happened, zoom in on that so you can see it better,
Yeah.
whatnot.
I haven't mastered that part yet, the zooming in thing. I still got some. I'm still at working with the very basics of editing, but I'm pulling it off. It's working. But I'm about to get on some YouTube and watch some other videos.
So I recently was introduced to this program for editing clips vertically for like TikTok. Well, it's a website. It's called Streamladder, and it's so easy. You can literally just put your URL from your clip on Twitch into that, and it will bring it over for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, because that was part of the reason, like, when I started TikTok, I wanted to make sure that I was doing it vertical versus horizontal. Mm-hmm. And so I was trying to figure out how to do my editing program, but somebody was using Streamladder, and I was like, wait, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's very convenient.
Yeah.
But, like, speaking of TikToks, your TikToks are hilarious.
I think we both get really good clips out of our streams.
Well, but even like the ones that you like script or whatever, good times. Like, I don't watch wrestling or anything, but the one like the Undertaker waiting for his turn.
Oh yes, I love that video. Yeah, because you could just imagine how. Like, that would be so weird to be the Undertaker just laying under the ring waiting for them to turn the lights off, and then you have to hurry up and scurry from under the ring to get in. The funny part is the comment. The funny part is the comments. You get these people who are just like, well, you just ruined wrestling for me. I didn't know it was fake. And you can tell they're trolls, but it's just it's just hilarious. Sorry, Santa's not real either.
What?
Oh man, it's a good time though. I'm actually taking a vacation from work here, and this is my last week before vacation, and I'm gonna get just focused on some TikToks and just have some stuff in the tuck because it's hard to keep up with YouTube, Twitch.
Oh, absolutely.
And TikTok. It's so hard to come up with fresh stuff. Now I can get clips and throw on TikTok, but the actual like skits and things are so hard to come up with something while you're doing all this other stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's like the nice thing is if you upload on your computer, right, like your desktop, you can at least schedule TikTok so you don't have to worry about. Like, that's what I do with my vlogs. So when I first started vlogging, which was in 2017, I was posting every single day.
Yeah.
And so I would vlog all day, I would edit, and I was really bad at it, and my computer was really terrible. So like I couldn't even watch like playback in my editing program. So I would have to watch the clips and like write down where to cut and then cut it and just kind of hope for the best.
Yeah.
But like we've come a long way since then. But I now, instead of vlogging every day, well, I don't vlog every day, but like instead of posting every day, I just do 3 times a week. And I also give myself a buffer, like a 2-week buffer, so that if something goes terribly wrong and I don't get to editing, or like if I can't vlog or something, it's gonna be okay. Stop trying to push me off. You're not my friend.
But no, that's the one. Really good
Stay away from him.
Yeah, he just grabbed me too.
Yeah.
He's a feisty one.
Oh, I think I'm on the right spot. I think. Other people came here, so it must be right.
I'm about to say, I hope so, because I came here. He's still pushing. That's what he gets. That's what he gets.
Yes.
That's what he gets.
Stay away from me, buddy. I have no idea where anything is.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is karma. Uh-oh, I don't know where that is. I'm following you.
Yeah, I'm following everybody else.
Okay, cool. We can never be wrong following others.
I thought you were going to go off. Good save.
I thought so too. You can never take me down.
Now just wait until that happens and then take this clip and put it before that.
No, never. The funny thing is, I have people who like to who clip a lot of my stuff, which helps me so much that I don't have to go
Oh,
through
absolutely.
all
Like
those streams to find it.
the amount that I appreciate when you are in my chat to clip things. Like, so I usually have a notebook beside me so I can like write down things that I think are funny or like wins and Fall Guys and stuff.
Yeah.
But like it's so much easier when somebody goes through, because then like you can take that content and go, oh, I want to extend it a little bit more, so this, or like I want to change it a bit. But it's nice to be like, hey, somebody thought that was funny, so let's roll with that.
Yeah, it's so easy. Most of the time, 9 times out of 10, when I get in there, there's already something. I can clip a million things in there. The only reason I don't is because I don't want to flood the chat with links to clips. But it's so easy. I just get in. So what I do is I get in Keeper stream and I wait for a minute. A lot of times she doesn't know I'm in there because I don't say anything. I just wait for a minute until I feel like she's not reading the chat, and then I do this alert, which is when you give biddies, she has an alert that I'm assuming is loud in your ear.
Oh yeah, I have all my alerts cranked to 100 for me, and I think it's only 75 for chat.
So if she doesn't know that the biddies are there or that I'm there, she's not expecting it. So it's a nice scare.
Yeah, gets me every time, and that is actually me screaming.
Yeah, and the alert sound, that is great. And also, I also want to take credit for you being able to do the horror games, because I feel like it started because of the jump scares I gave you.
Absolutely.
I knew I was gonna fall there.
Honestly, though, like after watching or after playing those horror games and stuff, and mostly it's going back through the clips and going, wait, these are really funny clips.
Yes.
I'm like, I should probably play some more.
It's worth it in a way. It depends on how bad the game is.
Yeah. Like Among the Sleep, like it was such a mental thriller more than anything. Like you didn't really see bad guys a lot, and then again it had a really great story at the end, and you're like, oh. But it was terrifying. I still have so many clips to go up from that.
Yeah.
There's this one where I'm like walking and you can start to hear noises behind me, and I'm just like, no.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm just not gonna turn around, and then it's not gonna be a problem.
So when I did Until Dawn, I did that because they're the ones who made the Quarry. And the Quarry apparently isn't bad. Like, I mean, I'm sure they have their jump scare or whatever every once in a while, but it's not bad. Yeah. And from what I watched, it didn't seem too bad. So I thought, okay, Until Dawn is on my PlayStation Plus subscription.
Yeah.
And somebody told me it wasn't that bad. It is a jump scare fest. From the second it starts, it's non-stop. Even when it's not something like a demon or a ghost jumping at you. It's a bird flying across your screen, extremely loud. Like, it's non-stop from beginning to end. It is so extra with the amount of jump scares. But they have these little totems you can collect. And if you collect the totems, they have like a video, and you get all the videos together. And I don't know what the video is. I need to go look at that, but my memory is what it is. But I didn't get to collect them all because we got to a part where I said, I don't even care anymore. I just want to get through this game. And we were just running through the game. I said, I'm not looking for the totems. I don't care. We just got to get out of here because I can't do this anymore.
Fair enough. Oh no, it's your favorite level.
Well, Keeper, this was a fun round, but it didn't.
Yeah, but we should be on a team, so hopefully our team is just good.
I hope so. Don't depend on me, I'm telling you now.
Oh yeah, I always prefer to be the worst in a team and get the carry, because I'm not a terrible player, but I'm certainly not good.
Well, we're definitely going to be in competition here for who's the worst. I guarantee you I'm going to be in the running. I didn't even run towards the ring. That's how bad I am. Nope. Missed that one. Ay.
Okay, I've got 2. Hey, we're in the lead.
I like the look of this, though. Like, the maps look really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Got one.
And I really like... Nice, good job. I really like some of the changes that they've made to these maps. Because they've really stepped them up a level, I think.
Yeah, they did. I love the way these look. I'm on my 4th ring, so I'm not doing too bad.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what ring I'm on, but also I'm doing all right.
Got another one. Okay, I got a
And
little
another
momentum
one.
going.
And another one.
Yep, and another one. Oop, got another one. I'm going for... Nope, yellow beat me. Is that Dr. Eggman?
Shoot. I just got like 4 or 5 in a row. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's a real gamer. We
I know, I
established
took the
that
quiz.
today. You took the quiz. I have the only legit quiz for the real gamer. You have to come on my show to be called one.
Yeah. You're the gatekeeper.
Yes. Yes. I love how I accidentally got that ring. I was just running and it appeared right in front of me out of nowhere.
Love to see it.
Okay, we got an easy win. We're coasting to the victory here.
Absolutely. We're double the person in last.
I like it. I'll go get this one down here. There we go.
I'll get this one that... Oh, shoot. Never mind. I was like, I'll get this one that appeared in front of me, but somebody beat me to it. Honestly, I think I pulled my weight here.
Yeah, no, we did good. I'm gonna call it there and just kind of coast it out.
Well, there's like 0 seconds left.
Well, I've been coasting it out for about the last 10.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we like doubled almost the other 2 teams.
Yeah, I went to the bench and grabbed my Gatorade and my towel.
The only thing you have to remember is like, yeah, we annihilated everybody, but we're gonna have to go against these people that were on our team in the future.
Yes.
And that sucks.
Oh, yeah, well, that's almost the theme of Fall Guys. Things
Oh,
suck
no.
sometimes. Like here. So much is out of your control here.
Oh, absolutely. It's so chaotic. And then like they've added like gravity, yeah, right here. And then some have like conveyor belts. It's just, it ain't it.
There's one, wasn't there one where they were throwing fruit? Or no, there was hammers in here, I think, at one point.
Oh, yeah. It looks like we have at least one of the guys from our other teams, so that's helpful. Okay, we got a goaltender. That's good. Oh.
Love getting hit with whatever that is that came out the wall.
It's like a jet of water.
Yeah. And not the fun kind.
There's a fun kind?
I would assume like at Waterworld or something. Maybe
Oh,
a
yeah.
little fun. Stand there and get hosed down.
Oh, no.
Unlike this one that looks like it hurts.
Oh, yeah.
I told you this Fall Guys is so much darker than what this game lets on.
Totally.
Ooh, there we go.
Nice. That was all you, right?
No. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, it was,
Yeah, come on, Anthony.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, it's chaos. If we can get there first.
Oh, one was almost in because of me,
Nice.
but they had a goalie.
Uh-oh.
We celebrate almost here.
Yeah. Almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and Fall Guys.
Yes, and Anthony streams. Okay.
You'll have a game on your console called Almost.
Yeah.
Hey, we won! That's what matters.
Oh, I get 1 point, but it was an epic point.
Yeah. It's like an actual soccer game where you get just like one.
Yep.
Yeah. I
3
approve.
squads. So this must be the final round.
It's gotta be. Good luck. Unfortunately, the guys beside us, like directly beside us, are really good. And I assume the other guys are too. Like, we somehow rode on their coattails to get to this point.
Well, we're here, so I think we're really good.
Okay, I don't think this is gonna be the final. Because there'll probably two squads qualify here.
Oh, okay.
Freaking hate Rupert.
There's only one loser, and it ain't us.
There's only one loser, and it's likely us. So you gotta grab the penguin and hold on to it.
Oh, yeah, I suck at this.
Yeah. I got a penguin.
And blue team is working together. They're doing pretty good.
Do you have a penguin?
No. I'm trying. Ooh,
No!
I got one for a few seconds.
A few seconds helps.
Maybe a half a second, but you know what? It worked.
Ah!
Okay, I've got one and I'm holding on to it, baby. I'm running for my life.
Run.
I played Madden before. I know how
Hey,
this
we
goes.
both got one right now, so this is going really well for us because our points are very high.
Oh yes, this is a brutal murder.
Well, don't talk too soon. We still literally have a minute left. But red is going after blue, so as long as we just stay hidden, as long as they don't see us, it's fine. Oh shoot, why are they coming this way?
Because you were staying hidden.
Yeah.
Wow, 105. Okay. I like it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's going well.
I'm a bragger.
Oh, and the other guy lost. Oh god. Oh, look out. Careful, careful. Wait. They're so hyper fixated on each other. We look like the better team.
They are chasing each other around. This is great.
I'm like literally just standing here. They're all going after the same penguin. Oh, they're coming towards you. Gonna move.
I just bring them to you. All right, we'll just stand here and coast it out.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
don't think we can lose.
Do y'all see this?
This is the dream
score?
team.
It is. Look at this score. And we were worried about them.
Oh shoot, they're all coming this way.
Okay, let's leave.
I mean, I know we're fine, but like, how many points can we get? I cannot believe that they just let us do this.
Yeah, this was pretty embarrassing on Team Blue and Team Red.
Oh, absolutely.
What a disgrace.
Now just cut it here because we're clearly going to lose the final.
Yeah, this is the only clip that's making social media. It made us look really good.
Absolutely. I love it. Okay, what's it going to be? Is it going to be maybe tiptoe final? Yeah.
Okay, is that good? Are you usually good at this?
It's a lot of luck, so it's like you got to kind of guess where the path is. So if at the start, so there's a button, if you press the button, it'll shoot things onto our path and hopefully help. But the key here is if one of us is testing a thing, don't both go at the same time. Wait till that person tests it, and if it doesn't work, then try a different way.
Okay.
But if you want to hit this button a couple times, I'll try to find the start of the path. I found it.
Okay.
I don't know if it goes left or right. Oh, it goes this way. Oop.
Ah! Dang!
Well, that helped, though, because now I know it goes this way.
Oh, keeper's on a roll.
Can we stay on the roll? Nope.
Oh, I'm scared to jump. Nope.
Whoops. I was on a roll, and now I'm no longer on that roll.
I'm scared for my life.
I believe in you.
I don't remember the path. Okay.
What if it's over here, is the question.
Oh!
It's not over there.
Is it the last? Oh!
You found it!
Yes! Oh my gosh! Okay, Anthony, don't
Oh
blow it.
my god, Anthony!
Please, Anthony, don't blow it. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Get up there! Wait, why won't he?
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Oh! Oh my gosh! I got it! Yes!
Yes! Oh my god! I got a crown!
Oh my god! Wow!
Are we the dream team?
Oh my god, we're the dream team.
They weren't even on that final platform.
Oh my god, my heart was beating so fast.
We are amazing.
I like it, and it's already we've done. I think there's no better way to end the podcast.
I think honestly, I agree because so many times when I'm streaming, I'll be like, oh, I gotta win. I'll play again, and then you know what? Terrible decision. Should have never done that.
Yeah, let's get out.
Yep. Let's just end on a win.
I like it. Well, I do want to say, can we switch back to waffles and gaming? Yeah, okay, it worked. I do want to say, Keeper, thank you so much for being a guest here on our first episode, and we definitely have to. I'll shoot you some more of the topics that I have, and we'll have to pick another date that you can come back and join us. And see if you can beat your own record for the Real Gamer quiz.
You're gonna make quizzes for other people,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna be like kind of hard. But when it's mine, you're gonna be like, in what year did this come out?
Oh yeah, no, I'm coming with it. I'm gonna be like, what is the final boss of Demon Souls? Just something just way
What
out
is
there.
the exact number code for Mario's overalls?
Yes, yes, yes. How many seams are in his overalls?
Right.
But
Maybe next time when I come back, I quiz you.
no, we would never do that. We would never make a fool out of me on my own show.
I know you do a good enough job already.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the chat and for everybody who got involved on social media. I would consider this a success. A lot of fun was had tonight.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. And it's an honor to be like the first person on here. And we set
Yes.
the bar high.
Yeah, this will be a Hall of Fame episode. I mean, this will be like an NFT later.
You know, on that note, I was on Twitter the other day and it was like, you can buy this print for this many, like, whatever crypto. And I was like, NFTs are still a thing. Like, I thought they had their hype and then they died, but
Nope, they're still there, and I'm sure somebody's still blowing every ounce of money that they have on it.
probably.
All right. Well, where can the people find you if they want to see you on TikTok or Instagram or Twitch or whatever you want to throw out there?
So I'm very conveniently at Keeper CGC on everything: Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube for my clip channel. Yeah, easy.
Nice. And same for me. I think the only one that's different is Twitch. It has two Z's instead of one because there's an Anthony Streams on here already, and he's an imposter. So whenever we find out who he is, I want y'all to go to his house. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't do that. I'm kidding.
I feel that because I would love to just have Keeper without the CGC at the end. And whoever has Keeper doesn't even stream.
Yeah, they're such an imposter. Remove the account.
Right? Give it to me.
They're not putting in the work that you're putting in.
Exactly.
All right. Well, on that note, we will head out of here. And thank you all for watching and hanging out. And we will see y'all. This is a bi-weekly, so it won't be next Sunday. It'll be the Sunday after, and I'll figure out what I'm doing there because I don't know yet. But I better get on that now.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you on my stream Tuesday. And follow Keeper for updates on hers. Bye.
Sounds good. Thanks. Bye.